Tuesday, the 28th of June, 2022, approximately 53 minutes gone past 1500 hours British summer time. It is a pretty late start, but whichever way, apologies, and we are live once again on Aqu24 Radio, Abrabapa Radio, Aqu24 Radio GH. On Facebook, Aqu24 Radio Stroke TV, YouTube, Aqu24 TV, Twitter, at Aqu24 Radio, and on Twitch, Aqu24 Radio, with another edition of Bamaso. This is where discerning Ghanaians with discerning thoughts, we come just to figure out what we need to do wherever we find ourselves so that we can be contributors of the Ghana that we want to live in. When we talk about we being contributors to the Ghana we want to live in, it's more of an action-oriented scenario. So we know for certain that we are the very Ghana that we talk about every now and then. So if that is the case, we need to be able to put on the table what would make Ghana that very beautiful place. And the very moment we all, or majority of us, come to this consciousness, everything that they will do will be a relationship with the self. A relationship with the self where the self is you being the Ghana that you talk about every now and then. So if it is a relationship with the self, it's simply, you know very well whatever that you are doing, it's for your own good. And if whatever you are doing is also non-progressive, it is to your own detriment as well. That is what I mean by a relationship with the self. It then becomes a conscious decision, whichever direction that you go, be it the promotion angle or be it the destructive angle. It becomes a conscious decision that you are making, that yes, I would want to do this, I would want to do that, because I know whatever the consequences may be, I am going to be facing them myself. So it's entirely on us to make sure we do the needful for us to have that very beautiful Ghana we so much want. We keep it very simple, and that is to say, we make sure everything that we do is referenced on the fact that we are simply Ghanaians. It's a tough call, to be frank with you. I've always said that your point of reference determines the level of wisdom that will certainly be flowing through you. So if in your decision making you use, say, just your family, right? Your family. Now let's begin with just yourself, right? Yourself as a reference point, and then you think, okay, I would simply want to hoard. I would want to hoard, taking more than I need, leaving others to starve, go hungry, and then perhaps they will be running after me to snatch what I have hoarded. It comes with the level of intelligence that you use, or it comes with how you will be able to unfold your intelligence, your creativity, and of course your love. Now, if it comes to you using, say, just your nuclear family, it will also indicate how you will unfold your intelligence and your creativity. If he goes further on to say, okay, I would want to use just my my small association that I belong to, my small party that I belong to as my reference point. It also shows how you will unfold your intelligence and your creativity. One thing that is very common is the fact that whichever decision that you make, um, even if it's a destructive decision that you are making, someone may see that decision as an unwholesome decision that you are making. It demands some form of intelligence and creativity. But the size of your reference point uh, goes a very long way to determine how you'll be able to unfold the intelligence and creativity within you. Yes, in that case, if say you can you can use the reference point of a population of 100,000, and you use 10,000 as your reference point, you realize you are shortchanging yourself as to how effective you can unfold your level of intelligence and how effective your creativity can also be. So, the more or the larger your reference point, um, the wonderful your decision or your creativity would also certainly be. And that is why when we come here, in the context of what we do, we make sure, because Ghana is our reference point, we make the whole of Ghana the benchmark to our decision making. Of course, as I keep saying, it is not wrong for you to belong to a smaller group within Ghana. There is nothing wrong whatsoever with that. I know, whatever the case may be, you are belonging to, or you are part of that smaller group because you would want to use that smaller group as an avenue so that you will be able to advance the interest of Ghana. However, if you lose focus of that fact that you are to use that smaller group as only a channel through which you will advance the interest of the whole, then I think you are doing yourself a great disservice. In that, if you use the smaller group as your reference point in your decision making to take any decision that is not in the interest of Ghana, if Ghana goes down, your smaller group also goes down. I hope that is quite clear, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So you seek ye first the interest of Ghana, and all the other smaller groups within Ghana will be catered for. Seek ye first the interest of Ghana, and your interest will also be catered for. Yes, as simple as that. But we don't want to go um, with the interest. Or you see, what I'm saying is is a principle of nature, right? Um, Nature seeks to promote itself, and every unit of nature, every unit of life that seeks to promote itself is also promoted, right? So you realize that because, um, say, the flower wants to be more of itself, it says, okay, I will secrete nectar and I'll make the birds and the flies eat of me. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm promoting these animals. Well, to these animals, they think they are only enjoying of the nectar. Uh, but you realize when they eat of the nectar, their droppings fall on the ground. It manures the soil for the flower to grow more, and it also allows the process of cross pollination to take place. So you can see that as this unit of life is seeking the interest of the whole, it is also taken care of. And that is how life is. So as you take care of the whole, your needs are also taken care of. And if we all are able to work with this very simple principle of life, you would realize that we would have a very peaceful evolutionary journey, a very, very peaceful one. No wahala, because that is why you are here, just to promote life. So it is imperative that we come to this understanding that when we seek the interest of Ghana, all our needs are taken care of. So if you are joining us for the first time, for whatever the reason may be, I will urge you, please and please, once again, you are here to work on yourself, to clear your system of all blockages causing you not to be able to seek the interest of Ghana. There are several things that stand in our way as to why we are unable to seek the very interest of Ghana. And that is why we are here. We are here to make sure all those blockages are out of our system. You know yourself much better than anyone. So you have identified where your flaws may be. We come here to work on ourselves. Wherever that I am, I know the biggest of all rooms is the room for improvement. And I certainly know that you would also want to dive into the final version of you. And that is why you are also here. So let us together work on ourselves assiduously to bring out the very best within ourselves so that we can have a very beautiful Ghana to our enjoyment as well. So to this effect, I would humbly welcome you once again to Bamaso. And just from Kukasiana na the Mudo and Koma baby, I will be our video at that at 24 radio, at Brabapa radio, Anna at 24 radio GH, Sa Mpempensue, and ne a year Ebnada June there toss word you and watching a film munu near Dunu Munu. No naya bapa ho sima nsia sɛ wote ani a na kyerɛ sɛ yɛduru bama so biem why dwumadie yi a ɛtwa gu wɔ abrabɔpa radio akwantufoɔ radio GH na akwantufoɔ radio stroke TV on Facebook wokɔ YouTube nso deɛ akwantufoɔ TV yɛbɔ hɔ paa yɛ subscribe why na deɛ yɛbɛkɔ so ɛwɔ akwantufoɔ radio biara no yɛbɛma waso ate na nso watumi a enjoy bi fɛfɛɛfɛ sɛ wokɔ ɛyɛ Twitter nso a ɛyɛ at akwantufoɔ radio ana Twitch nso ɛyɛ akwantufoɔ radio ebom baako pɛ yɛba na yɛabɛtoato adwene ahwɛ kwan a yɛbɛtumi afa na ɔman Ghana akɔ n'anim ɔman Ghana na yɛka ho asɛm daa ne daa nyinaa na ha yɛadwene ho a yɛapɛnsɛmpɛnsɛm mu a ne yɛhunu sɛ kai saa ɔman Ghana na yɛka ho asɛm no in fact it's not far away from us ɛbɛn yɛn papapapapapapapapapapapapa na kyerɛ sɛ ɛhefa na ɛwɔ ɛnoa ɛne yɛn a nti sɛ yɛde principles bi a ɛwɔ Bible mu koraa na ɛyɛ adwuma a na kyerɛ sɛ the Ghana that ye seek is right within you, right? Also, the kingdom of God is within you, right? And a kingdom can never be a kingdom without the king. within that kingdom. So if the kingdom is within of God is within you, then say God na so why there be mu e won the kingdom no mu meboa. And that God that perhaps you are seeking beyond you in the skies, away from you, no, the first place that you have to seek that God is right within you. So that Ghana that you are seeking external of you, no, you have to realize and say it is right within you. Nti yɛba ha sɛ ya saa Ghana na ada wɔ yɛn mu te sɛ deɛ yɛn mu bi the kingdom of God na anaasɛ God na ɔwɔ yɛn mu no ada na yɛpɛ kwan ɛnyane no no yɛba abɛnyane saa Ghana no ɛwɔ yɛn mu na afei ayɛ dɛ bɛ yɛtu mirika akɔ yɛn anim ɛno nti ne yɛaba ha sɛ na ɛnokorɛ sɛ obiara ne baabi a wɔfiri kɔna biara obiara ebefiri ayɛ dɛ bɛ aba but kɔna na wofiri aba no ɛno nkyerɛ sɛ saa kɔna no nko ara na ɛwɔ sɛ ɔdwene ho daabi ɛwɔ sɛ ɔdwene kɔna no in the context of the whole. Yɛnka ne saa in the context of the whole. Nti sɛ abusua bi na adɔm ekuo bi na adɔm ɛyɛ region bi ana wodɔm asɔre bi na wokɔ ne nyinaa ɛka bom sɛ emua no ɛbɛyɛ deɛ ɛbɛkɔ n'anim na sɛ ekuo bi anaasɛ a unit of the whole ɛyɛ n'adwene sɛ oh mfa ho deɛ ɛbɛto other part of the whole no ɔmo asɛm a you will realize say saa part no nso ho ntɔ da biara da ho ntɔ ahotɔ bi a wobɛnya biara no ɛyɛ illusion illusion kora bɛka no brɔfo sɛ asɛ wo ho atɔ so woboa wo ho ntɔ ɛno woda wo nna walai woda wo nna enti the unit must seek the interest of itself in the context of the whole. Ɛno na yɛ na ɛden no na sɛ yɛntumi anyɛ saa deɛ a ɛne yɛde aka yɛn nsa bɛka biara ɛyɛ illusion. Now yɛde Ghana ɛna ayɛ pomasi berɛ nti me nsɛm a meka no akɔyɛ sɛ Ghana ne whole ne nyinaa but sɛdeɛ yɛ na kristofoɔ no ka no wɔ sɛ mekamfo Yesu ama wo mekamfo something bigger so ɛde ama wo ɛne sɛ daa ne daa nyinaa yɛ abɔ mmɔden sɛ ɛnyɛ Ghana nko ara mpo ana wode yɛ kumasi the whole of Africa nyinaa ɛka ho na fa yɛ kumasi berɛ so ɛsɛ ɔde Africa nyinaa ɛyɛ kumasi berɛ a ɛno adwene na anaasɛ the wisdom ɛbɛfa wo mu aba no ɛyɛ kɛseɛ sene sɛ wode Ghana nko ara yɛ kumasi berɛ sɛ wokɔ anim na wode ɔyɛ w'adwene sɛ wode continent baako bɛka ho a ɛno nso adwene kɛseɛ na ɛbɛfiri wo mu aba no ɛno nso yɛde ɛyɛ different na ɛne sɛ yɛn nyinaa baabi a yɛtɛ bia sɛ yɛ country bi na wodɔm o sɛdeɛ yɛ o continent bi o sɛdeɛ yɛ o we are all parts of a whole. Enti problem a aba wiase kɛseɛ sisi a yɛkasa a sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛfɛsi bie no Ukraine die na ano mate sɛ G7 foɔ akɔyɛ meeting na Boris Johnson akɔka asɛm bi na sɛ ɔmo di Putin ɛho fɛw na Putin adeɛ kye ya Putin a drop bomb kɛseɛ paa baako utie you see me saa ka obi sɛ pɔmpɔ ɛbɔ osisi a pɔmpɔ ɛbɔ osisi a infection anaasɛ yare bi na aba body nim na emum pɔmpɔ no choose soft spot ana ɛyi ne ho adi sɛ de bɛyɛ a wobɛhunu sɛ yare wɔ body nim nti Ɛba ne saa na yɛ sɛ wanom aduro administer aduro bi wɔ so na afei infection no ɛkɔ na afei wo pɔmpɔ no ayɛ deɛ bɛyɛ na apae. Saa pɔmpɔ no a abɔ ɛwɔ Ukraine no body no nyinaa, which is the whole world, ɛne yɛyareɛ. Na mmom pɔmpɔ no choose soft spot Ukraine ana ayi ne ho adi. Nti sɛ wahwɛ ahu a, because the whole body is sick, the whole world is having the effect of this infection. The whole world is having the effect of that. Saa ana Ghana, and so sɛ yɛka sɛ yɛde Ghana ɛyɛ pumasi bra, saa na Ghana and so ɛteɛ. You may see a certain problem in one section of Ghana. Ɛkyɛ sɛ Ghana nyinaa yare. Ghana nyinaa ɛyare. Na mmom saa soft spot within Ghana no ana saa problem no ɛyi ne ho adi. Drawing our attention to the fact that the whole Ghana ɛyare. Na mmom ɛsan sɛ ɛha ɛyɛ soft spot nti no ɛyi ne ho adi ɛwɔ hɔ. Sɛ yɛnyɛ deɛ bɛyɛ yɛnhwɛ na yɛn solve saa problem no. Nti nkɔmɔ a me ne wo di nyinaa no kyerɛ sɛ wɔbɔ mmɔden a ɛde ekuo kumaa no ɛyɛ ɔpomasi berɛ ɛwɔ ekuo kɛseɛ mu a yɛ na adwene no a ɛba no ketewa bi. Nti sɛ ɔpa adwene kɛseɛ a always seek to use the biggest of all the groups you can ever think of to be your reference point. Ɛbɛboa wo paa. Ɛbɛma wo exercise adwene no. Adwene no de bia na yɛ sharp. Sharp paa. Na sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛnyɛ yɛn ho nteaseɛ sɛ we are units of a whole, inseparably linked with one another. We therefore come to the understanding say yes, yɛn nyinaa yɛnyɛ pɛ. In fact, we say no, it's in nature. We call it the sense of separation, right? Under no circumstance would you tell yourself, say, Meko, any toes, pet, and I say, Meko, any nyadwa, any genie, pet. To the senses, they are never the same. And your pet. Amango, ana bofre, and your poo, and your pet. Nanso, sɛ wode mango ne bɔfrɛ na wode ankaa kakra ɛka ho na wonya apple kakra ɛka ho na bia wo blend a wotumi nya tropical juice kama meboa na yɛ wo dɛdɛdɛ meboa. Sɛ wode toast na de mako bɛs 5 ka ho so wahu nya gene kakra ɛka ho. Sɛ wopɛ nyaado a ɔho na gya wanya wonam kakra bi aka ho a wotumi twa light soup meboa. And within nature, no, we celebrate our differences for our own enjoyment. And within nature, no, our differences are there. We are separate. Also, yejina surunko. But they also and say there is one underlying thing. All these differences, if you move asase a yedua gene ewo mu no earth ya eno aso ana yedua de be meko entini nyina efiri source baako na emom ebia ene de ye de be eye enti ye Ghana fo yi no nso no ye nyina efiri Ghana de enso ye nyina ye dan soronko obia ne de obia ne de yɛhwɛ kwan a yɛbɛtumi a celebrate our differences. Na yɛ celebrate your differences a ɛbɛboa yɛn ama yɛtumi akɔnkan. Asɛm ne nyinaa ni o. Ne nyinaa ni. Nti sɛ yɛhunu kwan a yɛbɛfa so a celebrate your differences a na akɔyɛ sɛ mako ne nyaadoa ɛpɛ sɛ wɔn ɛyɛ deɛ bɛyɛ wɔn kɔ race. Na akɔyɛ sɛ nyaadoa gene and toast omuko race. I mean, just imagine. Do you think gene and toast ebetumrika Why are they competing? Why? No, they wouldn't. They will what? Work together to become better versions of themselves. Asɛm no, the tintin ɛne ne tietie nyinaa ɛda no. So ɔte ani sɛdeɛ Dr. Sasadenti Roehampton ɛna nanate na ɛwɔ Dr. Ebenezer Amofa Boateng ɛna nketea Basin Stroke Nana Sarebede Ako Agya Kwasi Boakye ɔbɔsɔmfo ɛte wo nka kyɛ megye di sɛ wo ne abusuafoɔ nyinaa ɛho yɛ adɔfoɔ aka nyinara sɛ wote ani sɛdeɛ obi ate ani deɛ ana kyerɛ sɛ Papa Smiley yɛhyɛ ase late kakra but ɛdɛ mahyɛ da ana gya yɛabɔ sermon kakra nsɛm bebree ana maka nsɛm bebree I hope sɛ wonya kakra ɛde ato bottom. Some of the things when I sit here I don't know where it comes from, but it comes and then I say it. Nti sɛ mpo yɛwie dwumadie na me a mekotia na afei mahu sɛ me akora wei kora wo sɛ meyɛ dɛ bɛ mede to me kotodwam na meyɛ dɛ bɛ mede ɛkɔ m'anim na ɛnɛ yɛ bena da yi deɛ w'ani tua ɛyɛ free flow nti maka nsɛm bebree deɛ wotumi bɛka bi ɛwɔ ho na ɛnyɛ no mpo ana wopɛ sɛ wɔka bi a baabi a wopɛ sɛ wo so wode ɛfa no wotumi de ɛyɛ dɛ bɛ ɛfa hɔ ɛyɛ free flow Tuesday. But we are still in moments of recalibration. We're trying to, you can say, redefine ourselves. We are trying to put ourselves into some form of reorientation. Someone would say we want to parent ourselves or parent Ghana once again. Reparent ourselves, and actually say through us, we will give ourselves a new definition of Ghana. We give ourselves a new thinking for Ghana. We may be the seeds that we are planting to grow into that beautiful new Ghana that we want. That is all recalibration is all about. Why? Bra. Na bɛka nkɔmmɔdie no ho ɛbɛyɛ dɛ paa me nada ɛbɛyɛ dɛ yɛahyɛ late deɛ but ɛbɛyɛ dɛ nti yɛnkyerɛ ho no yɛnkɔ ahoma no so yɛho sɛ Arantepa Isaac waba wɔfatwum ɛbae na mmom wayera ɔbɛsa aba deɛ ɛkyire biara ana ntafoɔ papa nso ɛwɔ ahoma no so nti maame hyɛ aseɛ ɛwɔ Isaac so na yɛma Isaac akɔ aba owie a yɛakɔ ɔfa boadi ɛso Isaac wotumi nka bama so Isaac tumi nka yo Isaac ntumi nka
yeah Papa Smiley meto nka na ma wafa boadi ɛnkɔ na ma ba second round na
no problem why ɛnɛ wafa bi bama so Afabi, ukra feeding bottle one.
Na me ka say woni ayi na e ka say o, Isaac.
Was it your uncle? Why una wo ye nche your uncle. Any abama so.
I think that's it.
Na impom to say.
I'm not on boko.
Good. And I been that so.
No.
Yeah, after week I shall say.
I think that's the correct.
Now, at the end of course over the weekend to you a significant episode on each.
We can see the we can see the year kakran say Ghana and I am say cry out for folk in Bechimbo FA Cup non na MC has 4G and on idea MC a huge course
say if waje me boa has of food
but just one for that
Has to folk aje omo na aje league na.
There be league in the almost also 6. And the FA Cup no. MTN for no or more organizers are more than FA Cup no. Ghana the MTN Cup.
Oh, okay.
MTN Cup or more organizers and I'm say has day.
I see. Hey, any phobia. Now, so the order your kotoko me boy.
David.
Where phobia?
Phobia crime and said I'm almost.
Oh, now we the Brukumasna.
Let me hear a secondary Azakes.
Secondly, Hazakes. I didn't know support secondly Hazakes.
Was it? I region no boom no. Intina say Azakes na wise. Na
Do.
Western region. Intino na to the region team. Sana na the support no.
Okay. I see. Nti what support to I secondly Hazakes I check a crown.
I check a crab as see an so afri na me feel Ghana challenge no.
Na ya u follow omu development kakra.
Na make us me furu ache no.
And I say onye supporter.
Anya supporter. But teams me no so I can say me no me support to be the anka support phobia.
Phobia on.
Omonyom no me de.
Unim to.
Arose. The famous Hasofo. Don't be silly. We
never say that. And one.
No more come because we has me money.
On say it tells you say. On say can you penny for so omo kokko a ohu. Enyumu a ombeto no etimi kenya wo right?
Oh, true.
Etimi enyum hunhum wo.
Any true.
Hunhum wo. Seja wa wo ye elder de etoda ahomachi bi. Oh, me kai nyum we say there was this particular song we one time bi na ahomachi bi na Ghana ye bow fie sa na samre na oluma se won sheda enti no sorry no ada kakra ti no otinyum no enti enyum ni si ya na oba na osesa anyum na mobo no musa mobio because na say na enyum ne kasa kire no right na enyum no kasa kire no nti why elder me sure say toda ahomachi bi wo honum na bi a utietie wa so nyum yi bi a wo honum atimi say timi say sada no de un say wo spirit are very very high right
Yes.
Yeah, o spirit yeah very very high pa nti enyum de very very important pa nti has of folk de no sunsun wo
sa
sunsun na overboard said you okay no o de yemfa ye national anthem kra nyemfa to ho yemfa ye national anthem enyemfa to ho on say ye kobobo na ye the national anthem no etoswa say players now omunim to na omutu bi no utim say omutu wi a you can sense say as a hunhun bia ye there be
ba Ghana national anthem no komo sesa na keye
sesa no ko de hin bio
komo se bebre ho ede
nti okay nti sesa no say de na wo muti a wo so sesa na
ye mo man hu hia o Ghana man ye wora wudi o mo man hu hia o men kase umfa ho mo ma ye nyina nsom eno mo no sa no nim de ebia na te se bi mo ntia se but komo kire se omokura nso wo ba ko bi e wo nkramo ne ayi a enyom bi anka ye nyina beti ase ye God bless our homeland Ghana make our nation great we omotu duru ba bi ade den yɛnyinaa yɛnhyira nte ase.
Nti wode nka yɛnsesa na saa na ɛnwom no wɔhu
saa
okay
ho hia no metie mu nsɛm a ɛyɛ na ɛyɛ pa
na sɛ baako yi nso ɛno so Kenya o. God bless our homeland Ghana and make our nation great and strong.
Wọ́n sɛ papa mentwa no ɛna ma yɛyɛ lazy no ɛna ɛduru ba na na sika ka no nyame emre si yɛ kuro no na ma yɛnyɛ great strong na nipa nte hɔ twɛn sɛ nyame ba bɛbrɛse no profo na aba hɔ no twɛn sɛ but wodi sɛ nipa sɛ ma wo ɔman no ho hia wo nipa menka sa wo mfa ho yɛnyina nso ho sade no ɛfa no ho ba we no ɔtwɛn sɛ nyame na ba bɛhyira no nti no sɛ akoso mbɔwe a instead of sɛnka yɛbɛma ho hia ne nyina sɛ nsuo ne bɛkɔ gumu sɛ yɛbɛkɔ kotwa obura no bio sɛ yɛbɛsosɔ light no foforo na yɛte hɔ sɛ nyame ɛna mmra bɛyɛ nti no ɛba saa yɛbɛkɔ akɔbɔ mpaeɛ eti yɛbɔ mpaeɛ na anyɛ yɛ sisa de nsi cathedral na nyame metram no nhyira ɔman ɔnyɛ man yie mae ɛno ne yɛ problem
ɛno ne problem na agya wɔyɛ ɛda de ɛboa me kakra wa ha right sɛ ɛwɔ Bible nim sɛ wɔ se you can of yourself do nothing me boa saa sɛm na sɛ kyerɛ sɛ
sɛ ɔpa kyerɛ sɛ wankasa deɛ wontimi nyɛ biribi agye sɛ nyankopɔn ɛbam
enti no saa sɛm na wogye tum anaa wonye no nya adwen
megye tum na ne nyinaa mu no megye tum paa
okay enti no ɔse nothing o enti whatever that we seek say yebetumi ayɛ no we of ourselves no we say we can do nothing but exception mi wom
sɛnea ɔno ɔkyerɛ no nyɛ te sɛ sɛnea ebi a ne nkyɛ ɔmborɔfo no nti na ma yɛ ho kyerɛ no
but yɛyɛ
ne twi te sɛ deɛ yɛka yi a nyame adeɛ bi a gye sɛ nyame bam enti nyame se wama yɛ adwen yɛmfa hwen no na ɔsoro ɛboa nea ɔbɛboa no ho tem biara sɛdeɛ wama yɛ adwen no enti yɛmfa yɛ adwen no nwene na nyame mmram sɛ nyame a mamu a ɔdansifoɔ no yɛkwa kyerɛ sɛ wansi dan na wosia na nyame bam sɛ ɔho deɛ tie no but wansi a nyame nkotwa brɔgo mfa ma the moment a wobɛstarte sɛ woyɛ adeɛ no na wasiki nyame hɔ adwene no eti ɔka sɛ bi kura Ghana moma yɛnyɛ yɛ man na nyankopɔn bɛhyira yɛ fine but the moment a wobɛgya biribiara sɛ mede ma nyame no ɛnyɛ biribiara womɛtwa brɔg womɛyɛ wei sɛ nua Isaac na Sunday bia ana menka Sunday weekdays ni nyinaa so me de mekɔ Church of Christ asɔre menkɔ adwuma nyame ɛsɛ nyame bɛyɛ no nyame korɔ nyɛ wo saa ɔfra Abraham nyinaa no ɔma nipa yɛ ɔno ankasa boy ɔse nipa bɛbrɛ ne nsa no adwuma no wate ne mfifiri ɛno mu na ɔde bɛ survive ɔde bɛ didi de bɛ ahwɛ no ho ɔho de ɛte no but we ukɔ so a woyɛ saa no ma no na wa pɛ nyame ɛhɔ nimdeɛ na wakyerɛw adeɛ a nkɔfa ɔfa twum ho wona ɔfa twum na agye mu sika agu hɔ ɛna mode si dan no eti ensisi no ɛhɔ na nyame aba mu sɛ nyame aba wa ma nyame aba mu hɔ nyame esu nyame adwene na aba mu na sɛ wode wankasa nipa adwene ne yɛ bɔne ɛno nti na ɔkyerɛ nipa adwene de tebia no adeɛ bi a wobɛyɛ no wo nkoa wo me nkoa me nyame woyɛ no me nkoa na ɛhɔ no adwemmɔne bɛba mu eti wobɛ try sɛ yɛ mpanyinfoɔ yi yɛnsesa yɛ taxpayers money na nka yɛmfa nyɛ ɔman no yie by because of sɛ ɔmo ade adwemmɔne aba mu nti ɛne yɛnni sika no yɛmfa kakraa bi ekura mfa nada ɔmo nyɛ sɛ yɛde yɛ wei ama ɔmo ha saa na ade ne tie no na wo nyame adwen obo se o nkura yi omugu yi omuni ba bi da ntie ne se prakasa ne dua na ebema nkura no omu a omudi ombetime nyina yenua nyame moa ye ne yenua saa prakasa na nyame adwen abam eno no wadwen wo nua ho nti wodwen wo nua ho a nyame abam no saa na ade
ne tie so okay wake kansem bi anase although waka bi de but question I may be and say when God is the center of all the decisions that we make as a nation, send and command BCI.
Oman no bekoso kama. Na ozi ye ka se nyame a no ti odi kan ka se obo ye nse ne seso. Nti ye no ne ye gina ho ase nyame ewo oman no mu. Eti Yesu duru ba bi no wo se me yareda afiase no ma mehwe me no mu hunu nipa koro but no refer to omu nuanom. Wo hu de tie no. Ne wanya ma me no ana wanya ma onua wanya ma nyame. Eti se opese nyame ye center of everything ye bibia be ya ma nipa na wo hwe omo so no nye center omo ne nyame no asiso enti the moment a wo basum nipa ni ye no asom nyame ye sana me
oh nti ase ne sana sitie
na saa so na ase kire according to gospel of menedie sana ase kire.
Okay. I see. Over body. Yeah, but do I say I will be for hours I can't say.
And I say we did here the prep among some painful about him will be unfun and mojo job. I said and send baby go.
Some baby.
So the end they are to be an answer.
Yama offer chumberma aquaba. Of a we are my size I ready. Yeah, I'm a corner. So over June. And you two way. Bamaso. Over June Tianka. The offer NCN Cadia, my mamma, Ura Isaac, Aquaba. Ura Isaac. So I ready. Yeah.
Or therefore, make you super my ready.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't mind. Yanyame no ready or tie cheap. Na Yankopon de wansemu o se oye papa me yina nti no omumpo mo se onu ni hompo no oye papa me bi kan omo nti no so pese uhu Yankopon ne papa yo kese a oye ma nipa nyina ani nsua Yankopon to ama ye nyina
okay
mfroma ye de kuye mu no because nipa ntumi nya nti no wo de mpo de wo so wonji nyame mpo ni a saa ne ma mienu ama bosu a nyame ye ma ai adeboyefo ane apapayefo nyina nti no ena won so pese unhu se Nyankopon ane miam so wo de to ani hwe wiase hwe nima ai nature ye fekeke Nyankopon abode ye fekeke sometimes sister may drive here may go out of state because me fire plane that I end travel America that and I mean for training that anytime be I me go out of state be no me drive 16 hours I come North Carolina and Georgia now me do baby I dey ma driving here me fe e America no because me do baby na ma park me car no na me hwe nsu da ho na sania oh nyame abode e fe into no nema bisa na yehu say yes ampa nyame otumi ampa into no na wafa body ka say bi na ye mesre na ye mesre wafa body ma me ka sam Church of Christ no unnim sa sore no because say onke kan Bible no ehun ye nti no unnim sa sore no sane asore no ti Church of Christ for no you can't go for say Munkosha asore da mu mama munya adwuma no Church of Christ is so for preacher be any who be kasa and the Bible numpo kasa into Church of Christ there your Bible no ye di so you say nipa to me for na adwen enye bibi this a Bible na eden aka kire Na mo Pentecost for na mo dinkwa for mo encourage nkwa for se mo koye adwuma ena da bia mo mra mpaebo da bia mo mra mpaebo say na ka o tu Church of Christ for no wo nim ba bia wo de be fa no anka wo tu Pentecost for anka baboa because Church of Christ 1 week who Church of Christ because Church of Christ member wo Church of Christ yeah Bible studies every ebinum ya ne other week but ya ne Saturday Sunday ni akwa sorry and one no yeah and Sunday so yeah Bible studies ebu ho adwuma mu fine but who free there utumi join Bible studies utumi join it and Sunday akwa sorry and one no because Church of Christ Bible no tell say why show piemu bon paye why show piemu bon paye Church of Christ preacher bi anka say yanko atwa mountains ne yanko bon paye wo ho because Bible na ka tell say Yesu ka tell say emre bi ba nye atwa mountains and e be bon paye and nye Jerusalem say na oba no bisa Yesu no say people Yesu yen nananom de ne omo some people Yesu na mo Jew for there mo si Jerusalem and mo ni kire e dey asa na Yesu kan Yesu say so what the Bible say into the Church of Christ no ye kire Bible ase ye no ye kire Bible ase say emre bi ba enye Jerusalem and anya people Yesu into no say mo Pentecost for ye kwa akobon paye yeah mo mra so dem ye mo paye ye no Bible say she will pie mu Matthew says no who read here unya adagena who reading Matthew says read it not here some na Yesu kan into no Church of Christ me de betwa mu ye no ye encourage nkofo say mo mra 24 hours 7 days a week mo mra me sha so dem mo paye into na da bia no ya no mo ba bibi say no ana ya no mo ba mo so ana Christianity na asay na Christianity na asay so wouldn't Bible Christianity one say obia Christianity aka assembly e dey afani pa ho amanipa etini nipa amanipa bra bokoso ya kwan ye tu ina no se nyame nimu a oboa oya obeye kwa oya sikan de obenya abonsam awotumi Bible kwa ka abonsam awotumi ye niam akese na mo kai un se awieye no ani asem no into no Church of Christ dey yeah encourage nkofo so munya adwuma yeah into no yeah encourage nkofo so mukoshe do into wofa body we yeah answer me dey ma ho ana dey toss you biom yenia oba so last week obo ne dim rafi we no adia common sense for ni bia because ono say Bible na be say yeah because nkofo dey tight ni ade madam for na last week no can say na ye me mobo because sometimes na ye me mobo ma Christopher ni bi because though me down maintain me nya papa ba na mom say fa yakopon asem no kra ne den ye beka because obi anu ho ye tene you gusu a ye say na obi beka say odi Yesu di a utumi ya bone so no kosua no him utumi ya bone because already na when you born free dada into no you born cry and fa ho ye the obey bia no utumi kodi obi sabi obi rim okofo obi rim pa wonya bone ukowi ade a already na once save always save when you wi we go bo we ka Bible mu asema akwoche common sense for obey na common sense ni no wa hu said the all can into no Bible ni dey no kra ni dey wo ho mumna Church of Christ for mumma tie asem no kra no ani nchemu ani nchemu also what about no aditi the theater is ho na ye mamobo no o si o ye theater is o papa na dey jusika because but you want to tie papa no o si na me asem and no mu say dey am say na Ghana dey am ka say you judgment and you rebuke Ghana ni no rebuke ono no hu ni say judgment who judgment other I just watch all the papa yes ya so dey na ye papa because you should be see wo into the so ye bibi na wo kan so because you are so tight in you That you know also
Na
mbede
azekwo
but what's the meter?
wa me kakra wa ha sei. Nti ya Kristofo nyinaa nka Kristofo nyinaa yɛ Church of Christ for anka Ghana be young.
I don't say bonnet nipa de be America. I say you were elite schools for Ghana. I had no I must say Ivy schools, you know. Ghana so yeah see elite schools Ghana. That is a phantom penum Wesley girls ne the keke kan no. So school no so almost try there pa open wa otuma so we be trying to simple. Nemo egnawo nipa no so yes bia wo ko na ko feri na tese school ni na nya ade o ye nipa nti bone dia wo ye ho me ka Church of Christ for nyina na be ko heaven yes you cry because Church of Christ for wo ho na say when ni yakopon asem so no when ni Bible asem so no when who said dia akwan wo twa no ya kwan pa me a me gina he betumi aka de me pe bia na so se bia mo suban boni bi ewo me mu mo won ne ye boni bi am mu me nyanko me wia me nyanko me fa me nyanko yire ne ade a Bible no Church of Christ be ka sa asem ni na to na mom so kwa ye wo de wo pe de and wo awusu na wo ye nyame nti no na me de school say example no the your school papa ho ye do ko to papa ko bon ka na do tumu na wan sua ade a nye school no na be ka so waba mfate pimti no say wutwa no say wo sua ade nti no be Church of Christ mo say wo sua Bible no na wo te Bible na say nti no asama ho no nti no nye me don't get me wrong nye Church of Christ ko nyina na be ko heaven na mom heaven no ebe start to Church of Christ asori dan mu say na Yesu kan ye no
Enti no na je say me to asi ya say Kristofo Ghana nyinaa kra Church of Christ for a no nkyerɛ sɛ nka Ghana bitima yi nyɛ sa.
Yeah, and then nipa su because Yesu mpo no oni asuafo no na common sense for no ba omo change a Bible na mpo na mesre ana omo change Yesu mpo a na mesre unim say Yesu wu ye no o sorry ye no unim omo anje ndi omo anje ndi no unim omo ni asuafo na Yesu ni omo nam no because time you be born more man say oh Yesu are sorry I say no omo person omo ye den omo di omo ani nti Peter no ne Thomas no ne dum Andrew no ne na no omo ndi Yesu ni omo ndi eni say Yesu are sorry but omo refi say Yesu can say obewu na saso no obe sorry na so no omo nam no mpo no omo ndi nti no why say wa wo mpo a wo ni ho no na wan je ndia ebe but ye the Bible no mo hu say ye nkofo bi wo ho mpo Yesu no omo nante ye mpo no omo andi ndi akire na omo ye de Yesu don ho adi omo gidi ye nti no da bia ye kan Yakopon no kro no se na ebe ya nkofo be hu say za na tie nti no ye ntra ho ma nkofo ma bo mfutu engu ye ni so abra Bible no da ho no papa ye de ne ade na nkroma also we say ye dwen mama ye dwen Ghana kwa ho ye dwen continent no ana so person we dey other continent mpo ka ho obetumi dey aka ho ana anya sa na kan papa smile
That's right.
Yeah da bia no ye ba na ye bon kroma din ya nom omo person omo bete nkroma no Yesu din no omo no because adenti na ebo san kwafo we din by Yesu de oye nyame by nkoma de oye nipa na nipa ne san part say nkoma no no omo pie 100 years nti Ghana no ebe de say ebe nye obi te say nkoma nse 100 years ni dru because nipa bia omo pie asaso bia no 100 years bia ana yehu san nkofo no nkoma kan say yewo nima ni na Africa bibia yewo nti no one common market for Africa. Papa Smile, say what is awesome no? Nkroma kan ye no. O say yanya one common market. I don't think nkroma kan say yanya one common. O say mo study economics no. one common market no ana be dey e ba boa me manya economics mo mu school akasa mo ko man ko bi but me mani bi wo ho a me read oh yeah because o ko school akasa a o do bob bra o do to aduane di me am anko bi so me bomb bra be to aduane di na mom ye won sane bi wo ho a nipa no du ba bi a otumi ye e de to ho e de ma akirima nkoma si anya common market one common market sane e ba ya ye koko no ye ntumi anya dey nipa ba akon the first president of Central Republic Maria Finidi Mbekai before say mbeko Google akon checking it nkoma kan one common market no sa papa no adi to mu o say na ti anya common market on Central Republic obey den na ni America akon negotiate for bibi so koton adi am America obey den on a small country big country like America big country like Europe big country like Asia obey den no more negotiate na mo say one common market ne ba abofo ne ba ye one common market central policy wo hwa abofo ne ba ehwo na mo kwa akoye den ekwa negotiate so sade na ekwa Central African Republic so ekwa Togo so ekwa hin ehwo na price ne beko nye individual prices obi kwa na what the bauxite no e dey akosi awa no age 2 billion so the infrastructure abroad bauxite no very more than that because say united into no obi akwa na ye dey abu no obi akwa na ye dey abu because wa nkofo ho chiro akwa to say ohiani no ho ache na oton na ade no obi say sikani no obama good price because ho achiro o good price into na da bia ye bon kumadi because nyema papa ne kan ye nyina no say ye nyina ye di akiri a ankoman no anka akoso also omo ye nya 1 military zone anka kuku ni Africa 1 military zone ye nya maybe okoya ye kromu mpo no ye kromu mpo no nkoma anka nkoma ba bebrede atomic energy no ye tu nkoma no ni nkofo mo be sesa ni ma no koya na so no obi ba ye ye mensa buy but I hope so beba because omo ba na ye hete omo sa omo kwa omo mabio ye pese omo ba ye nyina ye cheche adwen ni hu se de adwen a ebebo oman no adwen a obi de to hwa se ye follow a ebebo oman no ni ye di akire because nkoma bibia oye bia no wo yet to hold in my Ghana or yet to hold in also talk company no nye nkoma na ye but ye kwaye hu say history trayer say Ghana government and Italian government and a science deal no and omo be ye and omo ye so no turn no abaye Ghana de ye nim say akosongo no Ghana government and America Kaiser company and a science deal no or do time bi no it's a one and a vaco abaye water dam no abaye ye de fully into do ye wo niam bebre wo ho a obi ya na nipa ne ye to ha ye sua into do South Africa de be ye a Africa Union no na say eye den omukọ back omo didi nkofo ati omukọ na we kọ ekoka ne de we kọ keka say kọ back na kọ hwe ye omo te Africa Union no niam omo policies ene omo agenda omo edit to ho edema Africa for no ye hwe say ede na ye fa no mu ebeboa ye ede na ye ebeboa ye ni ehu papa na ewo mu ebeboa ye wo ene 21st century mu dan say ye bekwa say ye san ironic policy fofo emoa ye nti no ye omo ye ya eboa ye no nti na Africa Union de say yanko ye ti ni enya one common market di ansane a osagefo because that's the only person that yadi edin atono so Ghana edin atono so a edin na aka wawu ko so edin da no so kufu no mo ba ye me mo obudin ye mo obu ye fa za edin po ankai omo obia Ghana president bia ba onya ne de na so no ye wo mo 40 years na sa edin no ayira obi mpo kai mpo say ye didi bi man but that's the person that yadi edin atono so a wawu ko no so no edin mpo nkofo mpo ma nkroma mpo so osagefo the redeemer into no Ghana no de ne say ye ka say ye koso dia and then Mommy na yan trance na nima bi to say 7-year development plan. Yan kofa. Oh, yan kofa. Na yan hwe sani nsuo fire sani nima bonsa type company. Wa oh eya na yemobo eya na yemo say obeta me say nkoma ani Yesu Yesu de onyame nti no back just say me de kan ma asemo ha nkoma ni Yesu omo ya rock ameka say force rock na obi say yaka stone na NIV yaka rock nti no na say NIV nye Bible papa ameka for no omo nka stone omo use rock nkoma na eyi no omo ya rock Yesu ana nkoma aye rock what the one ekọ pemu omo a obepria oh rock nso de yan fa yan na hit no
all right na my musa we na hwene ma akwaba
okay
you as an individual no so what virtue ana nkroma ewa you are trying to embody
oh say yeah can nina ko si power so question na we bisa no nina ko si power so se mem so ubisa me say oh say me na ye de Ghana power no ahye me temu akade na be ya aka be good question aman
ana metio wo wani je nkroma ho pa me boa ede be na nkroma eye ya wa nkasa no se wo hwene se wo apply wo abrabo mu a ebitima mo akonkan that is the question
and a question na me to wase na me pa say on say ya ye individual no and o my Ghana so na ye kan ho asem and o my Ghana so no say wo power unya power nti me say wo put no question say say ya pa say when your power ka e na obeye e dia bo my na because on say to Isaac yeah me too
we can't talk about Ghana without talking about the individuals in Ghana. So,
oh yeah.
Anna, in as much as possible, no. We although some people may say we are giving our suggestions to our leaders, the people in power, to turn things around. But let's try and also be practical for ourselves. Whatever the case may be, the first person that you are responsible for is yourself. Enti mebusa edie na wo osagefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ho a wo ti se owura Isaac wo hwa wo fa na de bo wo bra ebeboa wo ama wakonkai
Memfa Nkrumah po enye mbefa Bible no e dey ayeme example because Nkrumah no niema Nkrumah be ye nyina ya de papa na de papa nso nipa de o ya de pa ifuru the meme ya ade aka be ye de aboa me man ha se de mbeka nokre na maye intina me say o kan Africa no ye wo show you so no ebinu mu adwempa o obia wa adwempa wo man Ghana ho na mema one example Akufo-Addo nya di president wo kwa ana ya to nsa frɛ diaspora for so momna omo ye no and the Ghana for so na Akufo time no omo dwane ya omo call Ghana 2 seconds and omo samba back no ye frɛ omo buy so na omo ba dwedwen oman no ho expertise omo wo mu and omo owo susue bi a omo between dia bo oman no government no MPP government no and yes I you know yes I to nsafre omo yes I conference you know onim say omo kwaye no omo hwehwe ministers mpo omo hu omo hwehwe ministers omo no omo be transit no omo a church omo adwen ni ade no intina me say ni na boil down to power because omo power no anye because say ono so any power ni ntino omo anka so omo ba betie no there deputy trade minister ni kan ni say mo ba na mo na mo wan sa obi a ye be ka asem no na odi atendidi na edi wura mu ntino papa ye de ne obi a wadwen obeye papa na me de question now obisa me no because me were adwempa awo Ghana ho say me man ba yeye mo adwempa say akabetumi aye ade ama because obi wo sika wo ha obi wo
NFSC why we dey
yeah
NFSC
ya de nkofo wo sika wo ha na mom say would kita sika na wo de broni di wanim a bibia opa no Ghana ho bia obenya adintra na wo ankasa kọ na kọhwe so unia Ghana ni no obema nkwan because omo aye system no political system no omo politics na omo aye no Ghana no omo create system no say omo be create system no say en favor butweko wo ba wo nto ye ye ne omo aye system no say wo ba kwa wo nto because e be frustrate you mo asan ko because wo ba be bia manfo ani yan so yan pese be bia manfo ani into that's the system e wo create Ghana sisi a then enkofo was no ye de pepper kwa mu no ma menu anom so enkesa bi yeah
you medawase Isaac no I hope we are all learning very very important yeah my prince mre na prince ka say we are wafa kwa me ne ya uti papa enzo aba and Bombardier on mute where Bombardier
Papa mchao.
Mejoso ati mejoso
Trade them to say.
nyame adom me ho den why
Okay. And the share said in that I just or drive here. Or could you be showing me so to the be a man custom nippedia, me share me nipediams must be best in Yami, we a boy, we a kicking, poking watching. And they say, they be to them is it can ye nine will be in Sawa and Casen and Cabodin Bay. What you sound on one who pay? Say be a one. Eko wo muma na muma so ko wano akase na nka ebe sa na wo se to de bia wo hwe se de onipa ne aketia ya ye opposite aketia ne nsa ye ne nan ne nan ye ne nsa so da se nti ka ye na ye wo we ka ne ye nsa no na ka ye nsa na ye titia na ne ka ye nan nti to de bia o se tutumi gina ho ne hwe said you was dan ya your fair we contractor na mason why you architect that draws show down if ye fair na wo for dan into one kasa wo dan so one kasa wo ni pedwan no so ye dan nti say na wo so hu wo ni pedwan e dai efa nti na wanwa se ka to de bia wo nsa yem kra no edin ti na wo nsa yem no skin na wo no edin sin wo se achi say nyankopon nim say daachi bi no unsa yim no wonim echichi say ye be faja ye be so no ma ehiem ka wa hwe say unsa echi no memreme no ka eja hye wa ko say ebe wro say yi no ba unsa yim no butumi de eja kra to mu na wo huru kakra unsa ye tik unsa no de be so speaker mu ye de be hufu ye de be ka benku ye be ye no mepi hwe wo body joints eno na onipa hwe so a ye de ye yi no ebu a wo ye metal a no de joints a sha why you flexible now nine way na sa tin pedua no akopon no no na ye mechanic o sa ye auto mechanic o sa so ye blacksmith go bibia anything na Hebrew woman ka say oh edan de onipa betimi esi dan no nenso ade nyina no yakopon na ye so oba no waye ni bibia wie woni pedua no ono na de ndote ebo wo na wo ye sa etito de mehwe me ni pedua mehwe bibia me joints so me shoulder joints. So with me swinging say a crane no with me swinging showing some joints no when some with rest and with me twist no to any angle sana caterpillar if you any o once or move caterpillar no mkofa ya I bucket na no chim na kusi umhwe sana umhwe ni pansa na ye caterpillar to kwa sana it's a caterpillar na in long arm no modi bubu so now we share ya o hwe okotodwe now she joins a ho I can say a baby kneecap na cartilage ho ensure mu and na absorb o pressure because joints in pressure points no into nipa dua no de here your joints no or shoulder joints and no hip joint no over America and UK say the mu na Germany krana obitumi koye hip replacement Spain it be costing be tens of thousands of dollars so ne hip replacement no anu kwanya papa bi edade na ekoshim titanium ne edade o It one kasa de no kwotwa be say 20,000 na hwese Yakopon no ko oje ye do a say hips na ke nyina nka yaka fom untimi move o hips no hwe oni enkofo ni timi soa na yakoye knee cap replacement why hips why knee hwe you toe joints no say city utimi flex na wo say no cry stress reliever ne depression reliever ne adade enti no mebu ha enti na na nipa wonte Yakopon ase no de bia wo fa Bible no manual no na wo kan Job every Job chapter 37 na ekwa wa beti Yakopon nkutawudi oni Job ye Job ye nipa Yakopon so ye Yakopon so nipa ne ye Yakopon na ba say me the democracy na me a democracy me na de ba nkofo say na Yakopon de me dictator no anwan Yakopon say mumbra come and let us reason together me hu obosuma na obi say brane ye mfa adwene Yakopon de din kankan I think in the book of Isaiah what's come let us reason together some if your sins are as red as crimson many as white as snow so one is said damara makrana many say fita say sochama we Yakopon we and little more than what's brahia ndwene woni paso mbrazo so mba obeko obosomo wo ni so hu ade a fine but one man we no eno ne defend democracy ne se kabi mami kem Yakopon se minie kana min kebi Mose nie Yakopon nie ye di nkomo so that's it I'm ready or the man ni penyina no Mose kofa ba se ne aka mojitum say yeah yitum no mojitum the same na yi 1993 constitution ye ne call referendum our man nyina to aso abam say yeah and it say yes we be twede ndese de 50 years I was say want ase and want ase de enkoye amendment enipa de kran yes ntese enkoye amendment no into Old Testament 613 laws Yakopon ma Israel for no or say the law of God is perfect na perfect onipa na ntimi ndi so ene Yakopon say ne nyehwe ne me di yes me ankasa me Yesu Kristo meba into was say first one say nipa ndi so there was no need for a second year or day ban ene no Yesu Kristo be waje enkwa emra ne tesbo nimti no sise ne de wa ma clean sheet enti na uni ayi bi excuse bi ewim say ne sise no said Yesu na obi was say ne ye nananom satam ne wantin Bible say wasi obi o ye hele ni genta na onye eyi oni mra no so oye no ma ye mra na sa mra na de bebu no eti se ye nananom omso abosom a eno ma mo ye ya omso abosom so omsum ni ye a Yakopon na so begina so de ebu o maten wasi ewiem kura timu Yakopon senkyere ne eti na o say Yakopon trade of share waton so was they know say bibi wo ho enti de na omunim na mo ye no Yakopon so begina so ai de ebu o maten to be any excuse Papa
na
me
mama de
yeah
who can send me or by what's it come let us reason together now and now one that casa seminal
me se Yakopon de cast asem no
one that casa come let us reason together
ai
sa enti e kwan ba so
yeah
na nipa ne Yakopon reason together
sa time no enti na yika say cause 2 Timothy 2:15 no or say you have to divide the word of God rightly enti no Yakopon no one nipa edi kita ho in 3 dispensations they can find prataika enti from Adam time once Yakopon say they saw the God walking the garden. It is that time no Yakopon any nipa di a no intermediate of Adam me hu so ba no na me dwa no say na dey na hu so we naked. Ti na ti say sa emre ne Yakopon ni Adam no no mu di nkomo cause Adam do nipa entity oni man Yakopon so wa bono emo no ntimi no nkomo but nature sampa ena me ka is Adam me ka just say me say so me fa pen ma say cho wo hu sama ntimi cho ni nyina to be born tougher enti we craje se Yakopon ni wo mu Adam din komo ni Eve mu din koma ekosoa from Cain mu time Yakopon ni nipa one sa ko si se afidie yenya mediator afidie na Yakopon eni nipa ntem no ya benya mediator wo ene defender the prophets no Yakopon ka kire prophets no ko ka kire oman no oman so de mu wono mu ka kire prophets na the same communication akwai say wako oman hin enim no oman hin to so kasafa o chame so no chafu o chame so ai dey akasa kire Yakopon be bi onim de mu kan so no one month immediate ni nyina nso nipa bɔne o se bɔne ne man ye ni Nyankopɔn nsem entity intimidity na kana so de Nyankopɔn so no kwa enye du senti asem o ena ni san so enye ti asem so oje eye bɔne it bɔne bi ente se bɔne ye separation it's separating to the one we now God is holy on nkeke bi no ntu ye bɔne na wo mum no de o baby o na kwese san no or movie momu plans na mo continue not further you are drifting bɔne in the air drift away na mum no such a wadwen we say you come closer but God is always there edu maybe no it ye koso san from some you can say most times Professor Samuel of course and they do baby yabera the last dispensation the Christian age no have the Jesus Christ na Nyankopɔn no aba intene no se obeso Nyankopɔn din komo se de ebi mu ka se obeso ni Nyankopɔn din komo na obeso ka sam chen Nyankopɔn ka sa chen from and then the Hebrew chapter 1 was and wakasa kire ye Christo it is say no Bible me hu ekwan a yetimi ni Nyankopɔn din komo yetimi bɔ mpae nse mpae na se de wofa phone na me frɛ me yire wofa me frɛ madam no Nyankopɔn so no mpae bo mpae nso je se bia kata wani wa kasa wadwum kwa wotimi bɔ mpae wɔ wadwene mu wotimi kokoko mu ko bɔ mpae ade Nyankopɔn pɛ ne se obeso bia hu se ai enti na Nyankopɔn se ade ehi Nyankopɔn na enye honam o se eye body eye wo mind o mind and heart no ena ehi Nyankopɔn no enti oni pɛ hwe is akwawe de wo ye white o wa share sadefita nkeke bi Nyankopɔn sa da bi bi hwe wakoma mu a ene wadwene mu a dwem bɔne ena wo mu enti eno saa nkuta wo Nyankopɔn ne ye de ene no obeso ba Nyankopɔn nkyɛw a ye fa ye susu ena ba ne nkyɛn so o se mo amaso mo disabra no mombra me nkyɛn na mesoe mo me de me konwa no emu nyedu ena o se first obeso ko Nyankopɔn nkyɛn so a ene ye me Kristo no me na me ye no the way no in this vanity
and we can only reason with God through Jesus.
Oh, why not? So as some American, you can reason with God through Jesus. Because it's one na ye, John chapter 40 verse 6 no say there. I am the way, the truth, and the life. Obi ma ejani nchen this one am so. Yes, it's God no, he's not divided, he's one. And God is not the God of confusion. From etinam ka je say wo hwe ayi a nipa Nyankopɔn no manama efri Jew for so anti Bible no two religions na wom Judaism and Christianity anti Judaism no a transition na eba na be Christian age no so that's it apart from that in there I don't know of it obia or kase ono so Nyankopɔn of the Bible no any the religion.
All right. On this same issue, one last question, and then I'm off. What is the evidence to say this person has reasoned with God? And he said, "You walk as a video so." Say we were say, "Yes, I have reasoned with God." What would be the evidence of that person? Say, that person has reasoned with God.
Thank you. And you reason with God, no? And what? Through the word of God. So that's it. And everything they are say to be tested by fire. And I'll see so it is only because he has reason with God. The asema wakano. Mitian me say any the Bible na kano a paper na because Bible na kwese kukumutia usa humbopo enye yi. It is a obiso a lawyer. Ghanaian lawyer, where you stand at Ghana Bar Association. That's all kind of law terms be necessary. Criminal law no necessary constitution necessary any year necessary foreign. So that's it. Foreign. And a person who reason with God no necessary no cross him no or kind of comes asem with the any offense in Yamiasem no. He has reason with God name no. So all bad of us okay can say be yena Nyankopɔn no ni ho na yidia na yemu se because Nyankopɔn no so impono so atwase obe Nyankopɔn nche no gidi so Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6 the same thing of Jesus saying sim koka che obi say na control radio omo no mo ye bama so mo ya dwen kese ya obi because na eden na me hu say control radio ya dwen kese em say ne bra eti control radio na be ye Bible no etu so ba enti omo amu so ba ya am say me de toto e bia we wa am say said the nat Philip catching Natalia and I was minimum need come and see. And a person reasons with God when it's in line with the will of God. into Matthew 7:21 or say and you does him say ready no be course on him name one hour we major so na pede into any entity biano or so man Yakopo way no and take place by only padas and so dintino yeah be say ye di Yakopo be say yeah we mu ye pese ye di we be question Yakopo di no because the creature wants to be greater than the creator which is impossible but that's it.
All right. Yeah, that's it.
Me time so ana
Our time so.
Now, who may miss a question?
When we come back again, we will come back. Why?
yo
Mema wafa kwame, and so Embra. Question now, one of the train. Obrand no smart. Obutime busa. Why? Na yema wafa kwame, Embra. Wafa kwame, bama so.
Adinkese.
Mbom de say.
Apo muye pa weda ne kama.
Come on.
Bibi ekoyi.
And
Na me sam miensa wo ho. Bibi ana mi refi. Nti mrante ya mo muntie na mi refi an mo akai mi. 1 Bombadi on the me twa man sisi a. 2 democracy. 3 Morocco 4 nti so was me busami ansa na master team.
Can so the be our refi.
Okay, Bombadi you respect pa you so a very resourceful person. But what can you me no bi ma say me ho akire me a metetimi ho nyi wosi Yakopon the democracy by 2 o say Adam ne if omunyi obi ne nkasa enso wo we ene ase wo ne okodada friend say e de kasa na wo no ne if kodi so omun communicate akire me basta mo ha ni o
na David asem na wan kaso one no the one wuti asem ba papa smali kan question no busa no o si papa smali says to man mama kase bia me na masesa wano
Question is mabusa be bro.
aha it we be want tia say ti no e bi ha ko busi ti busa question to na me sanchira no de me kan
Medical Musa said, how do and I said, how does man reason with God, right? And what is the evidence that someone has reasoned with God? And I'm
enti eja de na want tia say
me no metewa no so say ya me na di democracy by na
no what is the challenge on that?
na chireme kwa ya ya me na di democracy by ipe ashasi no oni Adam communicating and actually oni prophets no communicating afi Israel force wo mu hia prophets wo mu hia prophets
omu hia I can say omu pe ohene Yakopon na yomu hene
can ye na we are confused
they will say omu hia prophet enye so omu hia prophet omu hia ohene Yakopon na yomu hene enti na omu call say ye pe ohene said the other nations no and ye yi Samuel ma omu no mu hia prophet
okay enti like say prophet ni ohene no omu eni no omu ye chepa we sa hwan na ni de ye duma
prophet you see a prophet of God or your prophet of Obinim prophet of God enti no ohene wo that's a prophet or Nathan.
They were prophets. The prophets in year. Why say almost so here or here? Abra prophets or
enti because say only pan the be wo to yi quantum pon the whole wo so mfa so why this you see and once na say wo so na so dia only so that's it enti nyame asem no Yakopon tinti na someone osun ye no say na some wo hene Yakopon ye wo hene wo se da bi ye de ye pese ye yi no na Yakopon se ne ma omo hene na o kire wo hene so ban so ade obeye omo o hene be fa omo yire no obefa omo mama ne mema de akwa akon omo si yo ye anti case o se bia sa o oni utu nipa fo wontie enti no some buy na ofiri ho na de David Basila na prophet no some wu ye no later mo yina David kofa Ura okofa Bashiba ne yire no Nathan na Yakopon so ma Nathan enti Yakopon no until I see prophets no or money Yankov and no so because of the prophets being of course say one didn't come on as one Yakopa went to the country and also bonus AKB. But we share Bible moon prophets now to say yes. Omuni Yakopo communication no enye Elijah share butem Yakopo every day no mudi e komo na dente mamiche dente me say I can say Yakopo democracy but Busa say because in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. God was before the beginning. God was before the beginning.
Let me accept it.
God was before the beginning. Oba no, obo nipa, eno si can say enshishaye no. Ka hu say John chapter 1, was in say na asem no na asem Yakopon no na asem Yakopon. One continue nye bibia oyeye. Now what is democracy? Kebi mami kebi. Okay, Genesis chapter, I think say 9 or 11 so or say let us go. Tamo who say nipa nyina could gather one place and who see the Tower of Babel no. Or let us go and confuse their language. Democracy need to say God as in three persons, no, they were communicating. That's democracy. But need the no say we eja or ban
no democracy. We there one in the offices
ebiem no Isaiah 1:18 and let us reason together, says the Lord. Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they be red like crimson, they shall be as wool.
Bombardier. Who said that? All the dimension who will be Sabo.
David Obusam said, I didn't know because Yakupon a originator of democracy. And I'm saying, Obi only before the beginning.
Maybe. Come, let us reason together now. Now, we can't right? And yeah, near Yankupon, reason one reason.
One in offices.
Oh, no, officers, but officers in the
No, one Israel Mayana.
Maybe not so only Israel man kaya. What is the element of democracy? That's what you have to look at. You don't look at the entity on here, What is the element?
Democracy
democracy just say you have representations and now with me anything you see you have a say oh any emra ya dia ba no meje to manas meaning to ane there be and it me nipa enti no say Yakopon kroni Israel for na year or once or come and let us visit together no it is different from the dictator there no obi andwini hu do dia to no eno a na ye so eno a na ye
it was all just Yakopon support to sa partisan democracy yana
partisan democracy ne dia musu kiremu
any see the parties na fe what choose the open na or no abedi so
they what choose the open no say bi adwene kwase adwene wo na okoto ababone a na enya Yakopon asem wo na okoto ababone it is wo okoto ababone say enkoye mawa eno ne Yakopon na support it
democracy it is a yes Yakopon they did democracy by me busa say support to sa partisan democracy.
What kind of democracy do people say here? Or say adwene ntima Yakopon no wodi nka ma adwene.
The democracy be emu de partisan and say participative and say de chire emu
I'm say Bombardier na home na to form, right?
Aloko. Okay, and yeah, musical subject no so. You person Ghana koyi. So, me say friend say of asmani or ka say individuals no so or say so it me be. Now, here we are. Your platform be so. Nipa ba ko pe e go tumi order for no complicated. As bia one aka we kase as me offer. Me tumri ka me pusanwa. Let's say you really chimia. E ke se me bi kwa bia me tumi pusa wura. Wa fan ko e no. Inki mi mom de say je pese yansa ye kwa of us money obi man nsa so amane kwa na wo musa wai eno na beboa aye sankofo pi beba platform bi so No more Becky can those schools a good one. No more Jalico. I mean, I'm watching me. It has a bath. No. The first war, the Air Force War, Spain, and Morocco. That, there was a Lucrepa, there was a starting hunger strike. And so I say, my prefer unity, begin. Now, I hear Hamilton say, and Spain for almost quiet demonstration against sa treatment and I say we dear Morocco for Africans. The part of motimene there.
Me come net to ko afa na saba.
Aha. Na there ho say Crawford ya treaty Africans say Omo no omo nananom ye immigrants o and omo be occupy Africa asase bi so. Na mo betena baby a na Africans, the sons of Africa say omo kwa explore Europe. Na no eno ane akesu nko a me wra hwa na me busa me ho say Africans are ye victims no ye leaders no ye watchmen for no a omo watching crofo bi interest no omo wen na debi ye hu open genocide sada mimi hunu bi say do enti me hu to me kra enti say minim there some ma touch subject na sababi ebu we say ye bana say entumi an touch subject we yes ada eni kwa in fact that ye die ho abro etimi de makame de
Okay. All right. Kwabe. Yeah, but that was why? Why? Later.
Yo.
Why? Na yema ya uti papa. Emra. Ya uti papa. Papa so.
Agrinkese me chia obi bia.
Obi ajo so.
Papa me chia o. Bombardie na de o bombardie no se bomb no na ototo ne sa. A Christopher na mo se mo de mu nyame ne mo kasa na mo de oye mo den a. Eya nka mo fa nhye ho se ye nyame. Na yen a yen som no ye nim no ne yen kasa no. Munyi yen firim. Because onye nyame a utimi ni wiase nyina kasa. Nti na mo nko ano ne mo kasa no ye yen te ne nka. So ti ase. Book no bi atwero. E na mo de mo gidi se ye nyame na aka. Fan. Book rua na eye pope. Roman Catholic for omu book na mo follow. Ohene no chief pope or see the first fake story in the Bible. Enyame na me ko tu, nyame na me kan wo. Me de me ko tu ne keke de ono aka. Or see the first fake story in the Bible. The serpent story. Now was it the first time? Do you feel say eno anu ne bi nka ho bio? Na sen aso asen abeka say bronsam jam eni ho. Entia na say nyame no se minim say what kind of nyame is that? Ono de eni nsem ne je say hade achi de bia na je say utimi sesa na utimi kan foforo. Na esom no nipa dodo di akira na nkire se eye nyame som o esom se nipa dodo ne di akira na no nkire se eye nyame som o debi enti se ye yi no mutimi ba begina o ka se nyankopon no ne ozi hwan Adams ne hwan fo bi na o mo kasa Sadi we say no na no ne kasa na yesi the only people na wa bo mo sa abre no na mo amu kotu sa abre no se na mo wo hefa ndi mo fo say abode no baaye no and I yetimi nya bibia in place that time no a yetimi record yetimi tro yetimi communicate from a distance yetimi ye niema bi na bibia so wo ho in place and na mo history na mo sua no so na aka mo kakra because edrubiri bi na ejani ho edrubiri bi na kwan ni patimi fa so tu etu kwan ane so obetena aboa bi so na edrubiri bi nso na nka nipa wo betimi akɔpo so ana nsuo so aye na gye se wodi dua na wodi ato so na waye den wa kanu wo ho na wakɔ stages we nyina by ansa na ye beduru ba bi a ye duru nti na obi na obi gye se saa bre no nipa wa adwene a odwene ye niema bi ena saa niema na ye no ena ya to aso nkakra a ya beduru ba bi a ye duru nti sa wode ko judge and straight away from that period say period bi by na say period na Nyankopɔn bo nipa na obo na ye wo bibia eye fake sa mu book ya mu kotu books ni bi beja no nti sa books na beja no na say Nyankopɔn no wo hefa a wotimi tena ho ama books ni bi beja no asa na ba betwa mu Bible no na books ni bi wo ho before the Bible nti na say Nyankopɔn ono de otena ho ama nipa di nanim kan asa na oba ani wu say yetimi nipa binum timi kotu say nyame se saa de de mu nyaa na atwam nyame ho ase ukobudafo ho a ono nya nyame ben nkramofu ono zo nyame ben uba na nanom ho a ono zo nyame ben ye nyina no hwe a ye som nipa som o na ye fa saa som no so aka say ye ne obi kasa wa akire na mo de mutimi gina osi ni pisa mo de ne de je ye papa no enkosi hute mo ma ye ho ntoye eni ho wo hwe de pope na kan se ye book ru aka na niema mienu a me ko tu mu ya che se Bible ne da ho no ade ye Nyankopon asem na ese nka ye forever and ever holy, no mistake. Ye hu mistake ba ko pe wo mu a ye fake yen kura ye wo kotro ese na wo ye bibi na wo ka bibi anya no kura yes madam for ese no nya no kura wo si mitunu ye fufu wo si mitunu ye tutum enya no kura wati ndi se Nyankopon mu book no Nyankopon say e de ben no wo ni nipa kasai na book ru aba be kan say sa ade no ye fake a the whole book becomes fake and yet won't ntwene munya Nyankopon say Bogyae na said ye na wo kan nti ansa na nsem a wo kekan nyina no book no emaye no de na kan bisa no mo Bible ne mai ne nsem na wo kotu nyina no nti nipa na etia asase so before mo book no beba no omo no omo ye den no omo nim saa ne ma wo kan nyina te so mo no omo nim o Bogyae o
I mean, but the Musa question it to why Musa to
only one
ni niema na wo kotu na John ni Roman ni Father ni why sa quotations no book ne bae no na book ne mai ni nipa na omo ti asate so before sa mo book yi beba no omo de na sa ne ma winya no omo nim no just Nyankopon omo nim se Nyankopon wo ho onu obi kasa Nyankopon na wo ye den no omo nim ko si se book bae ansa no omo hu se sa Nyankopon ni wo peso oni Nyankopon kra kasa ko fa Yesu so na Yesu na ono Yesu na mu no kra se wo se no wa se wo you for say
ya ti papa what was that question there I'm say Isaac be so oboa awa mi yi
Isaac do be ha no obegina ni guase
oh
church of God na so ne den
tie na I say what project nti tie na say bia na asam o de be ma no bia
Isaac can keep we be one sa me brother na Isaac can
me because one wine because the all can the all and the book ben I did pop book ben na work because pop
ayi mo book na ya mo kan mo book na ya mo boni din no mo atu ni din Bible
ti papa
no me say pope no eno wana
se mani hwe se obeti me ya no na
okay
that's why Isaac yanko straightforward yanko
yeah me be say pope no eno wana because I say pope eno wana and I mean pope no eno wana
Roman forefather Francis Pope Francis
na say Roman for what's Roman for one can say
Papa Somali mami nchire mu kakra mami nko book no asem no Mr. Isaac no Bible no ye wona horo bebre na wasase so enye mo de na ye Bible now mo de na mo yusu no enipa a omo hweme ye troye the Romans and a Romans no omo religion no and a spread omo ideology all over the world nti wo a Roman Catholic no wo a wukuto omo book bia no omo consider wo say wo yo omo follower nti wo omo kuta Bible no na mo quote no the Romans ideology Romans quotation it is only there in our obenya uko the Greek Bible now quotations no most different uko Ethiopian Bible now quotations no most different asa na wabasa Hebrew any Jew for so Bible nti momo de na e wa Africa no a Pentecost Presby Methodist Jehovah God is coming God is here Jesus is now Jesus now going Jesus now coming Jesus now sitting some book na mu yusu no sa in circle one no Bible na mu yusu no the Romans version nti mo ni kwan some criticize the Bible no mo ni kwan some ye changes the owner of the book the Romans or mo hene any pope or no let me criticize it or no let me changes or say our father no wrong. Don't lead us, don't take us, don't do so from temptation. No. Or say you bogus. Yam na bekan. Na bisa ho say Presby ni Methodist ni Pentecost sofu bi betima condemn Bible no. E ho na ye be seize wo mo embargo muni kwansam dem saka mo nkotro mo de. And no ti e na sorry aka ni nyina ntimi criticize the Bible no. What did they make on Isaac? Obi a ultimate criticize the Bible no a book wura o no na ye entitled to it na nya mu na makoto to bi a mu yusu a mu de camouflage mu niema bi ne mu niema bi apɛ musika no o si hell edi ho bronsam jam ni ho the first fake story Bible mu ono de o kasi ne bopen se wo ye Church of Christ ni na so so bo eden a quote baby na ka say you wrong na pope mramo so obe seize the Church of Christ for mo fa mo sanka book no mo kotro mo de enu tina mu nyina no ma shut up mo edin no se mo wa kokoduro say ye ti papa meti ho ya me ni si book no me hu ni se fi nyame no a wo criticize no me enwe nti munye din na mo follow no sa na mo nko munye din nti ono ba ono de open na oka e na o say ade we our father no wrong from here to here ade na oka say wrong from here to here na enipa bi bo our father san e de fast na wuko na ade ne fake wrong nti heaven ben o de sa fake ko Isaac or na wayra fake our father na nipa bi aka wuko no fe no ba be ka say ye fake no mistake wo mu no na omu use mistaking one no e de wuko no say so mbe ne de wuko form aba no ma ba be recite the proper one nti munyame na mo som no yen ye de ye hu no ye nyini ni mo na mu nim na mo ye na ye mo pa mu nguma no mo fa ye nka ho ye de so na nanom Nti mo ba na mo kra mo kasa ye nyame.
Ti papa o de no o so hwa mo
Me da me sum nananom ye fa nananom so ne ye sum ye nyame.
okay
Papa Smiley ade ne nkyeremu no obroni na ko wia concept na fi obi ho. E na odi ni nyansa aye. No one or se mehu nyame. No one or se oni nyame kasa. Ne mom ye nim se ye ne spirit bi kasa. Sa spirit no ebinom hu ni se oye direct nyame. Obinom so hu se ye de fa sa spirit no so na ye ne nyankopon na nkasa no akasa. Now, so wo frɛ Moses, now frɛ Abraham. Dia, and not just say you are on the right path. Upese, and answer woni nyankopon kasa. Se me koko frɛ Kofi Badu, me nana ya unsia. Na me ko frɛ me papa Kwadwo nsia dia ene wa ko frɛ bosom. Ko frɛ Abraham ni Moses. What is this? Oh, said ye, obi etima asesa wadwene ama watima to de agu akofa ne de. Say ye say nyankopon bi wo ho na ye nyina ye bodin a eni kwan so obia ba medal ho. O mejina ho ne ne nkasa. Once a woni ho ayi hu no ebetimi na kasa ne de ye de fa obi so. Eni ye say ne me kan ne na se kofa ayi tigare so ekofa Kofi Mensa so ekofa Papa Smiley ne na na o se ne wo fa so me a me wo fa ayi so ne ekofa ayo eni once a maka masem na de me hwehwe maka na me nsa kan ayo me nsa nka ne de nyame na menim se me dan necessarily say gise wo ko bo obi be kan say gise wo ko fa Yesu so no watimi Nyankopon akasa na o mo anom ni Nyankopon akasa na wo ka no na Yesu nyamai na omo de na omo na za ni baba na no fa ne kasa why so na no fa so ne kasa it is any nyina na fake
na ti papa o nyame na o kana asem ya o wutimi ne reason
so me na no mo mawu na o me bo mu din o bo mu din na o gunsa
to was you say ai mamba de etre say okotu Bible was say
o de kwa do do si book no e book
na o nyame no wutimi ne reason together
what say ade no eya na wadwene no ene se meditation ade bi na wa wodi wani na wo recite niema bi a wo hwehwe so ho na obobo na nanu dia so omo na awuko omo nso na wo hu omo asase so pen omo de anya hwe no omo de owu mu no omo ba bi hu bi nti omo awuko no ba bi omo wo bi ya no se mo bi wo ho no betimi de afa bibi so de aboa wa possibility no high chese me amimi nyanko ho so enu ti na ya na ye frɛ wo mo no na nye se ye frɛ wo mo se chinchina nchi wo mo samra life ne no wo nkasa da bi o nti na omo din na esese ye bɔ omo na ye nim wo mo omo so ne no matena happen so nti ono na wo do wani abu ba bi okono ko akiri wakɔ hefa ɔwɔ mframa mu ɔhyɛ asase ase ɔda so wɔ hɔ na de wɔn keka no ho oti ase wo kɔn so na nim sɛ nipa ɔmo ha ya adwene paa no ɛyɛ saa akristofo atrofo yi nkonkonsafo yi awudifo yi sikasɛm and throw ɔho mpaebɔ no ɔho sɛ deɛ si kɔ no ɔmo de ha ya adwene na mo kɔ yi na mo ayɛ din na mo atoa so nkurɔfo wi mo amoa yɛn so wɔn ubehu sa ade nkyene na tumi bi aba na afi kristofo yi na asɔre na egu sa sese asɔre bi e wo me ha enoma na dem enoma Roma so dan kese enoma na dem omu hudu omu mfanye ni nyina ye na nanom mpaye o nti unse Ghana hwe cathedral pa president e pese oboa mo si hwe argument opposition agitation ujasiye asori etia anka saadi we ye koso sese no se baba se 50 years ago enke ntumi nsi nka amanfo nyina be support straight away unse sese no level ni pedro no etwam sese ye science and technology Science and technology. Say no, just say we no nyame no eye kokomo. Say wenya ayi bi kakra na de gu okra mu. Na wo hye wo kona bi, na wo twa bi, na wo de bi so mana nanom. So wo na wo twa no ani age. Eno ano no. Eno ano no. Nti ayi bombardier ya na gya say wo bombard ma ayi obosom kese asomesi. Ye nyina abosom ne yeso. Ayi human nature. Bronsam mo bibia. Ye jitum se obi na abo nipa no boy no wabo spirit no papa bone se de wo pese wo ye hu biara wo benya wo so no spirit a no be move on di mo ma me chichiri chinchina chin se ayi roman for de na ye buddha de na ye ala hubadu ala for de na ye we no mo nya sa ayi no na me ne wo fa kan yi bi wo hwe kwan a nkramofo no fa so ma wo so no spread ya na a brutal a bloodshed a brutal and so no ene no omutimi nye sa bi watwam ba omo so no so nim se dodo na enim se ekwan se ne fa so a e ma no be ye popular omo so nim nti omo de no an se ye wonu tun me ma me ye yi na papa ye yi no so ye yi na omo nyina na omo ko nti na medamase pa Isaac oh dear. Or no, it's because a Church of Christ for you never call heaven. Why?
All right, see, Papa.
Yes.
Why?
Mama,
na yema nim say of a chuma already dia can me of a chum bransa na na sikaba of a chum so what me kan ba maso
I think I say me cha abisa for the nyawa
yo ya jo so ofa na Ghana to say
so be distracted kakra Ghana there a cool na mo masama ba ni arrive for Ghana and then no more demonstration but as someone see it was circle police for not to tear gas and tea it's I basa kakra no bia emu dia nse obi a pra ba kon bi so tini pani bi da ho gina circle ho that is the only big idea
I see.
Oko Facebook I'll be home images no be ho
but say there's the bibia da na kwam bibia I peaceful apart from all things bibia peaceful
so from what I'm picking there demonstration across say yeah now they agree on the route no na hona e be a bone of contention opposite for no am for the what they claim to be the approved routes and many panels started making noise and burning car tires and the opposite for no so allegedly some of them boys were throwing stones to almost to rubber bullets and then tear gas and and was like what they are why you butu that area there so we share in Oko Facebook or images maybe but demonstration and anka be a constitutional right say you have to go on demonstration but somehow something communication be a break it down I able to process for to almost tear gas and that when we get to that now then any peaceful be noisy now will be to born will be so people will get maybe hurt but not seriously say with blood but maybe you'll be at their baby will be team that take up I mean there now me tifie na me should be me dream I don't go to that place e wo corner will be to babo or pampemu a wo kunkwa me so omusika wo mu de o mama me bi
na omu demo no who say are you in support of it?
Oh yeah, precisely because say to register their displeasure reference to the hardships. I mean, say we all live in a society. I mean, cost of living are rising astronomically. Inflation is way above the skies. I mean, when inflation hits the skies, everything then becomes unbearable. I mean, it cannot contain the cost of living because everybody is living largely above their means, and the pay rise has not risen. And say na me to so in Katia na no in Katia yana ye no so shim na wabon yeah and me call ya dear wo Accra New Town me driver na ye ko you drew me free on our way back to La Shibina na ye fa kokomlemle nima bi be pie ka ukudi ho ene e fa airport residential ho na ba bi na meto bi na me di bi ache na meto e ba me not chiri ne kakra bi ene ba ko nso ye kese ena me se be pekese wo se 5 6 na me say na de ma me pacho ma bu mfu me na nkate no so we aye dollar na mo di dollar na credit for America na o de say nkate edua no afiti ha ba bia na se mo wo hwe o se bibia bo kosoro na de bibia de wo keka do be ka me hwe din na me say akufo ado mo some na me kan say wo no to ma akufo ado wo se enye wo no nti bi say na akufo ado no a no to fia na obe di pe mo na wo to ma no na wo se form of for nana na wo de wo mani no and I did Syria and cut it to them 5 cities there no kakane no what to be damn kind of hunty nanke to be a 2 cities be a dos kakra and there 1 city there I'm said about 10 to 15 pieces
na fa so ade a ya tutumu de o be say nka wi ase nyina o nti ana na ase Ghana de na exceptional ma for ko demonstration wo
that conversation Martino severally me tell sana ya na hami in the sense say baby I was here with United Kingdom a hono cost of living and also arises our price we call Tesco we call Lidl the sense bibia koso nanso economy no any bibia na is such say affordable. Yeah, I said, the cost of living, the disparity between the haves and have-nots, and you're so wide. Say, ordinary people. I mean, we can't ordinary. And kind of by the roadside, watching. Well, we very well say watching. I mean, most people will be that's the ordinary people. No, to be 2 cities watching no day spaghetti. Ghana, one friend Italia. Now, be 50 pesos. Now, opa, no, waji wele skin no, leather no, and skin no, 1 CD. Be crack can mean him say 50 pesos. And no, I driver, I mean, and was when they wele, you track it to a bina, wele no, then skin no, leather, 3 CDs, 1 CD, 2 CDs. Until you see the progression, the prices above. I'm talking about the ordinary who form about 70-80% of the population. One sika and yet below any fraction be away biano. When you go to the, if you like, if I can call them middle classes in the upper class ministers in the you know very well, sir. These in 4 years, Jumano. One ministers who's a didn't come on already several several conversations. He came out with the largest bureaucracy, ministers, 110, a train or they call 125. Woman, you know, woman to watch it. And a woman to fuel, woman car, a fuel tank in your V8 and Mac then they don't pay for it. And you may know only tracker. And to those people, no, say Ghana inflation, even 50-80% of the Ghana, you know very well, it will not affect them. Woman, a very small majority, no. But the majority, you know, you about 70-80%, inflation cost repair. One for trot from here A to B and Kbia 1 city and then maybe I have 1 city, 3 city or 2 cities 50%. It's where meanwhile the income say be where you may see me where you butch the electrician ni pay it has not risen by any margin be the eternity. Those people now I'm talking about 70-80% of the population they will struggle. It will hit them hard. As against United Kingdom and the developed world, inflation costs you can still afford to walk into Lidl, Tesco, and Opa to buy a liter of fresh milk, semi-skimmed or whatever. At the year, conflicts, all types of all different types of cereals. Ama ukutan kwalanke to amiensa. Won't be the only cereals and Opa any enumerate cry. Ubenya milk on the biato. I say cry. It's not easy even to get it. And I wouldn't just kind of even. You cannot afford to buy it. Yani idea you see one see any Talia no wele. I don't quite buy it. I know it's not coming from you Abuchi. And I'm saying Katia, me ton Katia. Kakre be best a temper, see 2 cities. Inti you see, sir, yeah, they are hit more because people don't earn much. Inti Bibia cost repena hit will be a trotro or for free a hasakuma no akonungua. Can you be a 1 city and there be 3 cities? It's above anyone any BBA. Canadian can be a 1 city from Estate Junction out to Nungua. a market anymore. If you can 1 city and now 150, and then sad distance is about 3 cities, and this is way above many people's incomes because woman income has not risen by any percentage we are. So that is how abroche the area. You tumu krano say bus and a train and a tram area or tram away. Say baby 5 cities in Ukraine. It's still affordable. And nipa betimi ato. Sa abroche kwa sabi obi a woni adwuma krano. Obetimi akọ employment office na akọ sign on government ye social security man unemployment benefits. Sa benefits who say ebi ni yana ha. So when you're out, so
there are some modalities irrespective of the hardship, it makes it a
it cushions you.
It cushions or it makes it a little bit bearable. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it cushions when you can sign on a social security when you be 1,800 pounds a week at the taxpayers state about unemployment benefit. Yeah, Ghana has its unemployment benefit be anyhow. Either you beg or you steal or you borrow. Full stop. And one is so stringent. I know one more year one more university for about 100,000 of them. You're from Unemployed Graduates Association, NAPCO, a kufa the far woman, and look how Jaka a 700 cities. Yeah, it's nothing. Seriously. So what Sakumo now we are doing ministries. Now we are NAPCO employer or you university for 700 cities. If all the better trotro in and out, some places will call over 2 trotters to go and come. And about 2 weeks into the month, not 700 cities, not son. When you be grand to watch it, and when you be a high dine, and Tiwti, or uncle Vince, I will bet so. And not just say, I think I say you want with the other fee. Yeah, I raise there 5-6 months or I won't try. And then so Kufa as I could be about was a friend. You start as a youth employment at DB. Namco no, it's so interesting. Ghana, Namco na yem to Omukano. I collapse no. I saw the another youth be abba. Friendly. You would say me who share Facebook. You start, and also for the young people, young graduates, and that's a new name. What before woman, and so already with the Napco for 700 cities. With the school feeding caterers and also arrears woman to as a coffee baby. I don't think I can't want to arise for no way demonstrate. Cost of living is very expensive, very high.
Okay. All right then.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Na say no when you say Ubenyanka buy me bibi nanka wodi akushi and yama kakra me boa.
Oh, so I just want to be here because show it when we no at the back of all never be me people boss it away. And I buy say the priority is OC National Cathedral. I mean, can you I've made the argument severally, say, and you have the evidence. It's your talk 1 hour in Accra, many parts of Accra, it turns into like Atlantic or Pacific Ocean. And he said, you see, Akufo-Addo go ahead and see cathedral, it's rich, it's who we are. One more Kaneshi, Kaneshi market a year Atlantic Ocean. Therefore, beyond Kaneshi, now we call Odoko, any other places, Latibi, of course, a year. That's a densely populated area. Ghanaians, they may wish to go to the cathedral to worship or to pay a visit. Now in Seattle, you see very well, graphically, those that percentage of population, they will not be able to cross because what time is our crossing? So you will not be able to access the cathedral will of no use to you. Now you why see what? Who see my nipano? See and consuming me. Nipano so yira. My argument is this. Cathedral, you bet me, see. But for now, we should put it on ice and do the needful first. Because we are for the general good, yes, we are, unless, of course, now it is so shrouded in so much secrecy. It began with Akufo-Addo's personal pledge to God. So to me, I'm a president. Yes, why a president? Into obey. Or yeah, your example say, America, it be true. It be a brochure could be also. But then my argument is that they were brochure. It will not take a one-term leader, president, to do it. In fact, the minimum years that you see cathedral anywhere in the developed world, the minimum now is 27 years. And Akufo is not going to remain as president of Ghana for 27 years. So the speed, person what year now what deliverable no ye be cathedral by the summer by this time 2024 no. That we are putting all our eggs in one basket. When you go to America, and they were Washington DC, I think it took about 35 years to complete. They were London, St. Paul's Cathedral, it took about 27 years. They were Paris, Notre Dame, it took about 56 years. They were Rome, it's the minimum, a bit of 72 years. So, anything I me kind of say, yes, cathedral arguments about it's in a public space. You bet me a see. It will have to go span over several years. Yeah, economy, and yet you say we are struggling. Class possibly and will pay Gabi Otridako, a stout MPP senior. Or see, you live in our bank, one more projections. They expected about 60 million in every quarter. One way, until maybe the government may have to look at going back to IMF. So we are not in a comfortable position financially to say you may deliver cathedral. No? The talk on that Bible, it must remain on the board, maybe spanning over, say, 20, 30 years, then we can achieve it. But I don't agree with anybody say we have to deliver it. You put you a secret within 2 years. No. I know that means I will have to suffer, you will suffer in so many within 2 years. Now, we want not be coming in the name of the cathedral. I think that is wicked and not pleasing to God. Capital God, So nipa about be who a year for nipa or to build a cathedral. I don't think this is pleasing to God. No. If we give ourselves say 30 years, I had and kakra near your roads, near yes gutters in a year. Now my chrono will be at me at some year near long life. That is to me, I enjoy the cathedral. Now. We need to put it on ice and do other things. You give us a minimum 25, 30 years to achieve, to complete. And yet, within the speed of, say, 2 years to achieve it. No. This is my argument.
All right. Offer. I'm saying, wow, offer 11 video. I there, let's say, more or less, they are sizing the minds of people. Say, IMF never pass wrong.
Well, that is a lot of talk. Some government ministers could you upon Kruma, wow, nipa, and no big radio so on here, what comes and no. We say, young court in my name. Of course, they are doing a lot of spewing, a lot of spinning. They do Sanwa. Politicians, they spin a lot. So, but others and so are speaking the truth. Unfortunately, in the space of Ghana, when you speak like others, you'll be termed by people for the government say we are anti-government, but that is the case. I mean, so many university professors from business school, people with finance background, being a professor. What I say, no, the economy is so bad. The government have to be bold and speak the truth to the people of Ghana. Say the economy is seriously on dialysis and medically. When you're on dialysis, I mean, you are close to death. So the only salvage I say we have to go to the IMF or whatever, some bailout somewhere. What we call cutting back on unnecessary expenditure. Because as we speak, this is a Kufado Gusua when international travel, no, almost a private jet. Me Papa Wakwan's winning say that how do you mean for one now mean your example say what any £100 a week. Now say the bias wakotra your friend is saying Harrods or restaurant now we do lunch. Lunch require we eat away £100, Now just a winning answer. Because you are living well above your means. You don't have to enter Harrods. One more restaurant or so. I mean, you order even a cup of tea, tea requires about £15, £20. Just a cup of tea. Because the atmosphere, environment, I mean, teacup, training service, chandeliers, you are paying for it. Now you decide to say, I brought tea, Lipton's, PG tips, any Indian corner shop, adding tea, now I want to see what fresh milk, Tesco. Now, why you tea? Now, see, you decide to go and have breakfast, Harrosa. the bill the bill plus the VAT is £100, seriously. And that's entirely how much you are earning a week. So, analogy, I'm driving to the point to say, Ghana, we are living well above our means. Expenditure is unnecessarily huge. So the government must sit down, make some serious cutbacks in our expenditure. Reduce the size of government, cut back so many things are necessary. So many fleets of ministers, cars, V8, free fuel, it has to be sliced down. That way, we are making some savings, and at least savings, we are not adding up to our already huge debt, and we are not adding up. But if we continue, and this time I'm going to quote a famous Yamita quote from Albert Einstein. When you keep on doing the same thing and expect a different result, that's the epicenter of madness, stupidity of the highest degree. We keep on having a large fleet of ministers, so many CEOs. Nobody pays for anything. People are drawing ex-Russia every 4 years. I mean, the economy is nose diving. You are not adding anything. You are just paying. And the economy is largely, entirely import-dependent economy. You import everything. You don't manufacture. We don't have any manufacturing base. So, Bibi Organa be an crack if we baby neighbor. And he said, we point and say, Bibiano, and the Ukraine war. I mean, United Kingdom, there are so many things they make themselves. They make their own cars. One Rolls Royce, they might never pay. It's just a few foodstuff will be a bread, never kitty. And if you like, your friend. So say other European countries, they relied on energy supply from Russia, fuel, gas. I mean, they are making new changes as to how they are going to coming winter, and how they are going to engage with their energy supplies. Yeah, how they be organ is imported from baby. Tomatoes, it's from Burkina Faso, a desert area. Onions from Niger, desert. And we have the most arable lands. Why can we not seriously engage the Ministry of Agriculture and not your food security, your adequate enough food stuff? Near cry, export Burkina Faso. Rather, we are importing from. I mean, this is crazy. I don't know. I'm not in government. If I were, then I will have my own policies. But obviously, I don't understand why we have to import anything from outside. Seriously, I don't get it. Maybe we have to ask the people in power who are the decision table to respond. To me, they are showing to me that they are incompetent. That's what I see. Because if I'm in government, I do whatever they are doing, I'll do it differently. Yeah.
Okay. All right then.
Thank you.
Ofa, you better.
Thank you, sir. It's here, Bushafonia.
I will be ajo so. La wochu. I can send you a hasi na me baby one. Na my baby busa na my.
Very well.
You're with us. You're with us. Yama na Nasika and so Emre. Na Nasika. You to Obama so.
I can get it.
Then pump to say.
Papa, me who your pal?
Good.
Me who your pal?
Good. Yo. And they Bnando.
Papa. And okay, and they Blanda.
Come on, be fine, baby.
If I don't say,
I better what in come on, be fine. So,
if I try
and you also can be.
Yo, Papa, me pa ko ya West Amintia e for the Abuja Papa ni teaching command more for future Barema. Made that Penny Isaac, but in the one broker, Dr. Jingo, Papa, the chief will be PR. Papa, Samet Thomas and Swa, who be say no Paco future Barema, and some for be and person make a credit a social. Papa, a far Ghana, Sabe, or Hania Titia, ye coming. I almost say we are seeing in dear. Papa, you know, United Kingdom, man, me fele me car first, then come me fele be a £100. They say I'm a fele, the men and be a me cover £140. What I say. Nancy and Papa Juma Waha. First, let me 8 hours. But I say, I want to say 8 hours, and the customer cost 8 hours. Now it won't be enough for me. And see, my other hours need to be at home. A Juma Waha. And economy ni so economy a sabi ejare na so bro ne beka a strong economy. And the negative impact we be feel it, but feeling the more to say the Mike Tyson punch you. But Ghana there to say the Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali and Oscar de la Hoya woman na come and want the bomb no punch you. You feel it through your bones. You feel it because the no man must heading. Papa, me no ka say. Obia obefre me Ghana bia fiska. Obi obefre bia fiska. Na say. Obia sebe papa da fom. Na ka mo hu me mo boka kampo krai. Obia fro fiska. So man mo heading no krai. O man mo heading. The demonstration here, papa. Citizen bia wo ho kwan say oye ye kire. And also call demonstration. You better say your constitutional rights. Papa, yeti chrome ha and parliament. Yem na she bedwafie. Papa ento kwati ho. Papa mpacho te say a police for na soja for kotu tear gas ho. Me pacho muti bi nsa na.
There.
Me pacho yeti chrome ha. Ena ye hu say na she bedwafo e call demonstration. Sabi the boni be fence barricade and I said fapim a police for 2 years no and my she bedwafo etwi fa so bu no papa mpacho te say to ye bobi tu and I say ye to tear gas in the sense sadia papa adena sabi a school for nkwala and school for nkwala na o mahu say de bia ka bom o mu school anim. Not sabi because say papa media atemo media do baby o say media atemo e do baby o say media atemo
I get to into go get
okay mate not sabi because say ya dwe wo from kakenti no yentimi fa sign bia na yentimi nya rams bia e bedu adriver fodu ho na ahyenka fodu ho metombo ase ma school fo atwam and I say the traffic light be so ma school fo atwam ntino papa a school for so na some koye ye kire kakra na yakotu tear gas atutututu e prepare wo na me papa kakra me hu ni say ama yamanyofo no ho ade ba komusuru pa ne ye kire because they see SS for national say demonstration you enche bedu JSS na dun kwan totofe wa na che say mlafo ne kokrafo nya do mo ye den ejim enti they see demonstration me na cry according to me of a coffee room bele mo so ma sha say o matutu tear gas ade na o say banasa to we tactics say ku for ado ne na bai obuli hu Ghana for intimidation ba ono time na o petu me no obegina PCFM ekache wi asa mansa nyina se enye nwanwa se Arab Spring ebi betime so Ghana ekufuado enne adu no so hwe na Ghana for na so ne yepe papa ba the first 4 years ne nkoyi mu nyina mu nim se nkoyi na msa akoto ma no enti o de bedi mu ankasa o mbie adwuma nde embie adwuma kyera me kwa cathedral no baby edru no papa baby edru no ekufuado be kranka oh yes Ghana how many religions 10 and 11 ako onsi bi wo onsi bi Ashanti region Eastern region onsi cathedral wo Ghana fa na nyina because be onse Ghana for mo pempaibo omo pempaibo na ko onsi bi wo Ghana fa na nyina Ghana ntwodo mu nyina onsi cathedral ni bi wo ba bia na nkom soro mkogu asore da na nkom bompa Yesu mpira yankopon papa yeti kroma and somewhere 2016 prior to election papa enkrama mu ye fair company ye fair Melcom papa omote Melcom for them bugu nipa so many nipa wu papa mote ana okay menkai tie for yaw papa mpa so mokai
yeah kai pa koso
papa
go to have that machine yanko why
papa you papa papa and then 21st century be yes your dream papa yentimi anya mechanism bia sa atorenchen bi eto ye se o man a ye bibisi ye betimi rescue nkrofo because the said ya dream for Montino. Papa, you could suffer Israel for. You suffer Israel and Copon our fee. A radi boy, you only pay will radi BBS. Or no, or 2 hours and go for 7 imagine. No, course to free Israel for. Papa, Israel for bar, or man for or mobile, no more the crime I buy. Come on, you. No movement na kama intimidate ni pasha ni me ni pan boni etimi atrance etimi atwini a dog bibine da so to bomb pa yesi nyame beye adem bone ben e bibi fo bone ben bibine da so te what nyame beye o de tran hwe what the 39 years, 40 years, 45 years. Transfer Sarah, we are 90 years and son of Bell, and to make a shop bumpire, because a bumpire. It will be said, the 2 says, so young couple him, so by and Quanyama dada. Papa, I don't know. As a nation, maybe be a Mikasa Christianity in Islam, a dear them, Papa. Aha, na kanisa net 21st century be we say do ya or might be invest in science and technology or might be invest in their youth no we are rather investing in cathedral na in crophobia or motia butchery at this 21st century they are defending this cathedral. Is it not sad? They prefer cathedral over hospital.
Nasika say
Papa,
well, say be uncle, almost national cathedral, no de a dinner for to say national auditorium, the uncover support one.
Papa, if you have a baby priorities, say come do wa. Not so sick aka once dia. Not a bit me ato the crown in China mama wedia. Sabe on fan koto gens and on fan koto mpabuanche. Common sense. Common sense. It's just common sense. And then yes, book address in book according to sources because address in Ukraine and not Ghana. We said that America, oh baby. They be asking at the end price of the cost, and you are building a house for God of Israel. God of Israel. So, we go to finance minister. So we need to develop our spirituality first. I mean, what kind of mindset is this? So if you build this cathedral, then the problems of our nation will be minimized and will be solved. Are you for real? And you call these people educated people. They have to emancipate themselves.
Nasika.
Papa.
Na omujidie no mebwa.
Papa. Omujidie bi yankwase jidie.
That you. Ono na any GDA, right?
Hey, Papa, let's face the reality. That's why I have problem with GDA. That's why I have problem with GDA. The reality is there. When the truth is there, and you still believe in lies, then you are stupid. The truth is there. No problem like that or no. Still, you are believing in lies. Then you are stupid. I can't think far.
You can't think far. You and the NFSC and Yama of Aquabnan, so may has also bit my thinking far.
Nami of Aquabat America, baby, yes, Edri. Omako school, Papa, Mko hospital, Papa. Now to America, they defended this cathedral. CNC cathedral, the basic cathedral there. The basic schools. Ama and schools and the trees, a swati. Ama sebe mo kwa waswa omoda from the swati sebe ama mrante mama o dey factory some mile mo fa kwabati yen jeni na ne fan kosi cathedral ama Christian God because of his affiliation with his religion. You live in America and you have this kind of mindset.
Hey, what for America sasa?
Me over with all due respect, cathedral ne there massa. Come again. You need to come again. Last week, my friend radio station be them day or more. They clap for me. They clap.
I'm telling
you. They clap for me. The audience, they clap for me. Bro, we have such a person with this kind of mindset. obi o man who had papa say near ti America just say papa who's a baby America say na me not princess so princess say the God of Israel or is a democratic God. It's not according to your own Bible. Onyame okasa obi nka bi. Onyame ultimate take a decision etimi kunipa thousands without any reason, without nothing. You call this a democratic God? Onyame moja wonensa. Asase so bi no moja wonensa sense anyankopon no. Sa Israelfo nyankopon no. Onyame oni ehumombo. Onyame onu no busa obo nipa. Oni no so obo nipa, but onu no so obo bonsam. I mean, come on. You better come again. Papa no be see me that.
All right.
Papa mo question na.
Yeah, ma kwabena momre bi na
Okay. Omo igna so ache. Na kam de be man pa ba omo igna so ache. Me to ase.
Maggie, you too who ene nko ba ma so.
Baba, nyame adwuma na hwe.
You what sanchi ana na.
Oh, ba ma so adwen kase papa. Na me wie na me de na me so me chia o say nyame adwuma na hwe.
Ne na de akoso.
Sa o ye Kristo ni ba mpa. Baba. Enzema waka nyina.
Ye pense mu kakra. Nyame adwuma ne de he.
Oh, nyame adwuma ne de bebre kwa. Se bia nyame adwuma ne se bia benya odo ama unua so hu ni nyina ye nyame adwuma hu. Nyame adwuma ne se bia obi aho akire ne na woboa no nyame adwuma no.
That's right.
Se nyame adwuma ne bi ne se bia enkwada nya school na school sem bedu afi bi se bia September bedu na bi ton mo ntoma na bi ton mo niema na bi abenya odipa bi aba no abeso ofu sa problem nyame adwuma ne bi no so hu.
That's right.
Nyame adwuma de bebre kwa obi mpa ibo ne gidie no se bia da what is free SHS abayi a okoepe no koda dem no se urade me da wase me yanka min se bi na me mfata enne hwe papa eno se nyame adwuma so hu na ka to be nyame adwuma obeka to be nyame adwuma unya ne bete so hu nyame adwuma ede papa wo abeka to be nyame adwuma na afi se oba na ebe so ewo agu wa no de a enye sa na tie papa
I see any wa chichim say no boy en kakra so da wo ye make said the kid wa unim because am create your tight mouth nti cathedral na yesi no nyame adwuma 15 nyame adwuma no wo kwan be so
ne nyame adwuma ne se don se de bia nkanfo o ka se bi se onu twumo no otwu ka onyomo wu ase ne se wadwuma a wo ye no ehu akatua ne de ma wo papa se obehwe ye kuro Ghana ye da ho ya se na wie ya nka awia bo a emu yaya yi ebi a na mkwa ho kura ba bi anka bi afi so ha de nka anam ho no wo beti onu adofo ebi emre na wie duru chese ba bi abefa bi speaker kuresi woni awie wo no po ba bi ya nyamesam ne ye ka papa is it nyamesam ne ye ka dia sa dia ye hia no enye ho adwuma ne ye papa ye kuro ye wo mu se bia Britain ne ye wo youth ye wo mu se de bia be hu omo no ada so mo ko adwuma okobọ ne McDonald's ada so ko ya de bi no be nya sa na ekoso na wo ye ko no de die e ya sore nko a so tie ya sore nko a die na ese epe bibi di si wo ma wo ne fete so na bi dia me din kran kasa no ma say onu twumo no otwu ke onyomo wu
enti ne je say aban no hwe de timamufo no pe ana
omo why de omo pe amon papa amamu oni bibia ne nyina hwe the mindset of the people no hwe ni omu hia no no why na say papa kwa me nkroma enye factories be 400 sadi yam penti ne ton ni nyina ya say bi na nya sa na na tie
asi enti se o ka se de Ghana fo pe ana aban eyema wo mu no so is there any particular survey be na say almost for statistics be almost dey share who say oh yes
papa na we asemi makache wo hia survey bi Ghana akọ school dem kra school dem anka ye wi ase atutum na bi anka the following ade no yaba no edu Sunday kra na enwumre ni ade nyina ye ya sorry 24/7 on school dem bi e won kan Ghana kru bi e makra ase kru mu ni ade no wo hia survey ben bi na wo hia survey ade be wa yanka njo say Ghanaian population 60% are Christians na 60% ye Christians a just be be a obi opose so say na Ghana ati unti papa de so be hu a senka bi anka John Dramani Mahama na sin ko si cathedral ya ka bo say sa side fo ni nyina ka be so eye ba bi empempen so ye du de nya bi anka nya hwe so hu ko me ka say eye so hu
on say
na me fa handu nwie sa obeka say bi ama ba obo say bi na mo the other side he nyina nso no abeka say oh ye nyi wo so hu sa na akoye
na
akoye
on say o den chia ne ba say nyame adwuma na hwe no na ye keka nyame adwuma no so na manage ho pa right na tino na ma me busa say cathedral na yesie no he fa na e wo nyame adwuma mu but am say de wusi ka no me nyante ase yi
o da bi say ba bi a ho say asemba ohun na say bi a o ba bi a wugina ne ba bi a wonte ase no so be komu e kire say ni nyina ne ba bi a wugina hu baby a wugina ne na be ma wonte ase wo bibiem say bi a ho say na me wo fa ase ka ba enkrama na sema na o ka say enkrama yin ye wa broche nyina say bibi ase enkrama na e de omba ebe nwia say bi a ye tre union na e de bi a obi ono te Ghana na ono de onim ne ye koso ha na say bi o ka say bi na akọ papa na ase mama musa say bi a science and technology
yes take it to nyame adwuma na e wo cathedral nim no oh eno ansa na ya
papa
diagnose kakra
cathedral ho no kran mama nchiro nyame adwuma na ehwe no cathedral no enye te say bibi te say bi a car wo koto fi England na wakuku na de aba ana say bi a car power ene ya ye si shape so na de ba be si o cathedral na ye be ye cathedral na obi ba ko ye adwuma mu no ono so bekwa obekọ fia akọda ne nyame ya se wonye adwuma wo ho no ma o ye adwuma a obeji paycheck e de akọ no eno so ye adwuma ye wie cathedral ne si ho na omo beka ko ye adwuma wo mu no so no so bede nyankopon asese wonye adwuma wo ho a o ye eti me mente se na ma we nyina se de me na ofachum kan e be take 100 years e be take 50 years kra e create job e je na se bia e be ka se oh na yen ko ti we ni ade no hospital a champion jesi kumase ni ade no enya na de be bubugu ya wo sini foforo enya jobs ni bi no obia I say onyankopon sa no hu entimi nkata obi ani de wosi ebia di hospital wosi amobi obi ani age oye road wo ejabo adi krom honom ejabo adi ani age ede na obaya makwabna ani age si cathedral makwabna na kwabna nye eno so problem ni say papa
I see on say waka back in your view no what other considerations necessitated the building of the cathedral? As a mechanitria, want to watch say yes, cathedral no amanfo benya adwuma ye wo ho ene libres kakra ba hall amom ye security guards benya adwuma ye
no water for crab be ha betun su papa
amom bi on menu nduare won chen ho na amanfo
and that job dey be kwa.
What other considerations necessitated the building of the cathedral apart from say
papa my mate argument be be say almost say nya Akufo-Addo promise and okobo mpaye na okaje nyankopon so di president a obesi cathedral me nyankopon but Akufo-Addo okodi president no kan ema bebre free SHS okoka say ono one personal promise so obeya magana for say no so ana wanye no say no na ka ono one personal promise di bi anka omo ya argument say on personal promise no come by maminyo papa maminyo masem no ha say yo ka ono one personal promise no ma ba so there be we dey na Akufo-Addo personal promise nti ye nte ase ye dey fees no ye ka say betua no mumie kwan mayen na ye ntua because we Akufo-Addo the personal promise or the promises obeya magana for
em say personal there but personal to who?
Personal to who?
Free SHS na personal to who?
Papa. It's a personal to Ghanaians so and I was personal to God and I'm needing a personal promise. Some of my arguments say a personal promise no.
We're taking the discussion a little bit further. I want now the personal na bem. Enti say
oh, now argument to say baby omo ka say Akufo-Addo personal promise or the yema nyankopon wonte.
I said o kan say of a tumor so cause of a member is here on say personal promise. Oh, the infant say a personal promise and the one make he. Okay, he made that promise to free SHS and he made it to Ghanaians. All right, and you know, so the Ghana for Sika, ma warm and from Subianya, dear bay, in so, right now,
No clear.
say, or make he personal promise to God that so. And yeah, I was all the Ghana for Sika and they satisfied the personal promise to God.
Papa wakasa. Asema de hapa no ama asema na aye you know. Check Ghana for Ghana for say you crude oil or meboa.
Yeah.
Why na the crude oil ni begu ho? Dabi o, crude oil why na the begu? Ghana for the begu ho. Papa, say Ghana for the anu aka say be Ghana for the begu ho. So o ka say your boy ade na Nyankopon na the begu ho there. What's the big deal?
I see.
Ghana for sika na say Nyankopon sika.
I see. And Nyankopon na betu oil no ma Ghana for.
Say no. Say boy no ko e bi ni wanka untu. Odi begu wonti na ko onya bitu ye no.
Nyankopon betu oil no ma omo.
Me say ye won kro bi what say Togo no money other places o mun tu bi because Nyankopon fa bi me gu ho.
Okay.
That's it. Some go must betimi akotu bi. I no mun kotu bi. Because e bi ni ho.
Okay.
It is be and also say Ghana for sika o wan sika oni ade no say dey be say obroni na tweska. As one na eche. Nyankopon na eche. Na tweska nya o say bibia Nyankopon dia. Bibia was as bibia Nyankopon dia. Ghana for sika ne na e CDC. Papa. Or for chum crow deep pounds, or quite charging 5 cities. And no crabs a beco P. Would you cook it to you? Or for chicken price and catch 5 cities in dinner boarding. So, who's also lend the restaurant to be no $100 cracker, £100 cracker, and so on.
Okay. Yeah, offer, the question.
Oh, but I'll check the bill, check code bill offer.
Who's our question?
I'm ready. I'm snap now. I'm say no anom pio ho. Me pa cho me nua kwabra. Say e ba
offer say na oba o.
Yo Matthew me ba yo offer penny. Me da say. Any dia wo dia ma me. Thank you very much. Sa conversation ye have wa ya na nka me pese ye nyina ye ka yakuma to yem na ye bie yakuma ne ye de no krepa na ye ka. Say you know. Say ejina a political angle na ewo because the state sanka state sika enka ho a I'll shut out zip up. But now maybe taxpayers can hunti. One, governance beyond United States, I would you know. The federal government, any state governor, state of North Carolina, and Biden the federal capital, DC, you know. One would you should peel a CB and run the office from the White House, any state governor. No. It depends. You will call duty, you say, over the welfare of your citizens. We'll be providing security for them, education, health, hospitals. Now, what to be decided and transportation. Nina to me, MCC not Diaka will fall in place. Now, what I mean by this is this. On my Timo Ghana, say, no, and Yama Bebre, say, a Kufa do buyer, what can't say, or be the other, say, I will protect the public purse. I'll protect the public purse. Yet is Sikaso, and see a bread. Now, me be dear, me track on your so Muntomania. Me be si se bibia, mo bia, and your bibia, your rantian in Ketes, your bia, and your bibia, your. And necessary, I know, Cassay. Give me a number, I real university, maybe Tiffy, Bia Beckham, one Tiffy, a Juma, about Napco, 700 citizens. It's a pittance.
Of an question now, so we don't know that kind of first one. Come on, question and answer will be a
question. Oh, we are in fact who be said, Kwame Nkrumah is Yakosombo or your motorway. Are you part of governance? I just say your motorway to make life comfortable for the people of Ghana.
Oh, of any one, me say Kwame Nkrumah a factories be brave. And I yes, say no. And the fact of our factories in that here, Juma.
Any another conversation. Now, Cathedral, yeah, Nana Kufado, OCNO. You want me can say me, so here. Say, in Suyoto 1-2 hours. Not a year to Atlantic Ocean. Me, I may make Lasibi, Sakumo no. Woman timi fa fu enko cathedral ho. Enso no ka fa ni pe kum nipa. Etimi me common sense tira me say. As I say, ye see sa e kwan ama ensuo yi fa nipa no. E be reduce and be free okra.
Na kase kwan no maka kire kwan be ba so e be na woni ma anya adwen wo ho because who ka kire me say o ka kire o say question tin answer na dia na wa jemre o say question dia say ayi ba asem no aye.
If you say cathedral no tio ye be see na we study the history with the opa we nyamra ya ko Google cathedral case there was in TDs you know. It took 56 years. And then besi won kwan say bibini di ono ye no the 5 years in the sea na so ye
when you have the
money that Ghana you know very say we are not in a comfortable you need say Canada you know it's ye nibi and as ye jai ne me hia pa no yo na say see ano assembly kwasi kroma street light eni kroma say ebo no nsia ba bia tum as ye tuaka obi tuam water bill government the 10% be for street lighting scanning na what man David and ye be before. I don't think about a year and no account na arise for a demonstration. What was in Combe we to at 10 p.m. Ghana process there be. And I do 10 year and come out your tomb now. Nipa bonu for me the new frame now. Yeah, mom, quite demonstration over 4. No, a reable a free non see on Kahan tomb. Enti na me kase cathedral
over. What my question na fi me ntimi e say e be ma bi ansama me de ba nyina be du wi na nyina
me question ni ti a wa de say cathedral no enye se si ya ne hia e be hia in that be edi en na se si ya no see by 2024
de be be je nto boanga ka de ne kakra ka de bi about 30 years no ai na no be ba ne ye wi ana ho so ne ye nya adwen
ya nye je nto bo bia nto bo na ye free sorry for no asofo for no Duncan Williams obeso obi atua ne ties e de ma no wono so oje a won fa nkoma apostle
Nyankopon de atoma koma say me set go for me na me fa enye cathedral ndi men sa
oje the ties anu afa won fa nko cathedral trust fund no obi enu obeji the ties for the be koda entina ena yi levi ko kofa ba yi levi no kra ska no o mani da so no o mun sa ntimi anka ni nyina
ofa ebenya don't worry
mun ko bani
Yo, make it twice when I
Papa, with the question say the only some questions and some of my na me review. Papa, question the think I brief offer. Next time I know you're a tough man. Papa, you over. Now, Papa, baby, and I make a con say, baby, say common sense family for no science and technology near the end. Papa, Bibi SC Abraham Bogyae and the followers no say science and technology no ombeya Papa. What's stopping them? Uba other places, KFC, and nam Kentucky, and no Musa be Ghana, be a man, be a copy of one individual and a name Musa and a creative job. After we are here for Nana, a be a copy of Ghana. What stopped them? Obi boss, Ghana, a Bianin, a Bugana baby, because a be a Bianin and a boy. On Bible said Bianin. Na setema muye de de ni ade nyina ye ka se ene aduane ne ye kokra ne mafi no bobo ate UK eye fuo Ghana wo te Ghana say planting for food and jobs na de buy no de bia banya ho asemaka ekom de wo papa me do come in feature as say me ye me garden so mo say ntosi ne niam wo munya bi ti bi ye bi na say ebo a me de aguship mu na me de akwa wo I didn't know say bia before there papa me say me touch them de bia me come say Germany ni bia na me wo fa ware no was it 1945 time na war no woman no omunya bread ne kura so omo de to the next day na ye de ye bi ka ho a na ye di broni complain broni o here duane say pa no ketu ani ngura keke wa men na nya kura na na sika ko e friend say patasi wo kura friend was empo efie fufu na sika de na USC ho no mo a papa e ko be de na magana ayu an crazy work keke na de so on keke no o hwe ne kese a kwa brane ebetwa fufu atum e de nam aguso a e ko be bagana hwe duane ko ba bi abrofu didi a papa aden ye kwim fufu osi woni onipa ebedi a wo wie no akesu aguso e de dua wa hye ne sim akotena dame ase aho kire beba papa ofa se ma me ke me boa wo se bi a me boa normal aye e koso fufu a be ko esi o kwabrani animu no person didi ya no wakasu ew no hu say ampa wadidi aso papa wi say we ensa tie nyina nya po Britain we that me say Boris Johnson ka say ska om dia koma Ukraine for no am so no lead the craze come dia koma so oni po om na mabonchen president Liverpool Street come de wom so ofa ka say no ka unemployment ni situation ni e mania de ansati ayi o e ne man kaka unemployment America ha unemployment no it is insurance it is insurance why insurance no and they be a waduma fire wa and they be a call unemployment. Now, what could you do? You cannot go to unemployment office. My judgment, Mumma unemployment. Come up, Pamokra, compare you my. They're not going to give it to you. Just a human you would. Now, you may you would declare no what Nasia file. Near afraid you manage ampa. Muna we assume a CD. No Macasani and other the unemployment benefits in the amount. Then you are entitled for 6 months. 6 months, they will see car or Hosebia, or insurance, they be as over 1,000. Near divided 1,000 by 6 months. Aban fancy could be and can we will see insurance money na yati atu hono any day by the mount. It's a top policy DP or hono. That's how you sit down. And I bet say Papa Kofi Granting as one when the American accent in there, then only the Google and for so. Kofi the form kwa never could the president go went to me anye. Over church economy. Huh? I could don't correct me fail in the form the koi. Kofi Granting went to me and fell the army for one presidential candidate. Munya kwenya no makotena radio so na accent na America accent UK accent ni di hunu na Ghana for baba o man e be ya just adwumadi o selfless ene de be adwuma no so hu se bia hu se bia nye se wo se skani nyina bafu na nko akodi kwasa wu ni ebre se jani nyina to ne se de abrofo eye o monema ye nchekire o man nto o ma akiri ma kwada ne ba o ma be enjoy Ben's will be ni what was arguing say, Yenchiro mind to home. We don't have that DNA in us. Yeah, but see a funny na. I don't know if it's so be like I say, I want this scanner, you know, on the vomit scanning the other. Meanwhile, no. Some ministers and any MP for in why you air this? Oh, what's on him? It is an camera one anchor or more vomit here, Nanka, I so far. Nanke ya chewaka ho because can be beto every beto boom or be beto tight e ma the call tina air condition came ada na yentimi mfa o mind to ni enka se ye de obi o de akufu ado de policy aba ye mpenasem ba ye mfa ya ho de ntachiri ni enya de pa bi mfim ma one day say one factory e be many page say hey enya de papa ye be ye ho sa na be ifo kura som planting for food and jobs. You be who did say am by for na jukra wo di nsuo gu so no. No mo di acid gu so. Na awie na come the wa. Na be ka kire say eh bi a ye credit and if you be kra. You be kra.
Okay.
Because who di adwem.
Yati, ye be dasi. Wati. Ye be dasi pa. Make you sadek. Baba, wo say oil na wo Ghana no. Nyame ya na de gu ho. Enti se nya sika wo oil ni bi mu ana se Ghana sika. Ye di bisi cathedral manyamia ne kwanswa
The boni aya de the boni aya ne de
from so bien ho from so bien yo maki that's it why mame ko eja samoa honom na eja samoa kasa wi a eja mensa beba na afei ye den kakra be so na eja ya sori so a ne sa enti eja samoa ba maso
me ba so ache ti re oh this dem fo adwen kasio
bom ti say
oh bomboko me tia mo ne ebusuan fo nyina me ba so ache kakra friend aka na makọ pension na me nya course ketu avia me na me dia close me pension nti na mama ye bit busy kakra nti na ya monte me kan.
Oh, okay.
Na yeah, I course nankasa de na wie. Aka next week mo exams 3 days yeah. Me na be dia wie.
Okay. All right then. All the best.
You know, where me buy me tie
okay.
But only say me tie only say bana me na time.
Okay.
After you man na me was some theories kakra bi o sɛ kakra bi mede top no kakra nti no na ɛma mentumi ma so.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah, but our friend then me last week, exams may no friend next week or Monday, Tuesday. Yeah. And yet exams I feeling but only say a friend then I can't them.
Jimre.
Debbie. Oh, and young ran and exams I'll be free. But only you shoot your friend and I was say almost test to work. A formality.
Okay.
Formality.
All right.
And a new system be almost we assume.
Okay.
You know, I hope say if I get a chance, which make many opportunity in MBD, Edugana, and Kame and Kebewu Ami. Oh yeah, and Kebewu Ami. We me any government project to be and I say it's a matter of people. If you need a service now, so you buy your service through a friend and through the means you go operate. Now I hear you man now. As a who need credit, as a who credit what they be feeding machine who feeding machine as a prepaid meter. Who feeding on kwa na ye adwuma na ma when first car shemu na say when feeding na enye adwuma na.
Oh, okay. All right. I see. You we said we hope so one day you'll be able to extend.
Well, friend, then I come kakra be 3 years or so 3-4 years or so. Well, maybe I know a friend and pension, but if it will work there, at least me feel say a very bonus amami, a very bonus be amami. I say baby I'm the many, but a honor for friend then if you start now the cook season so because and maybe as now you want no obi wa no be gina ho no wa ba o meton cassettes na friend me de ye millionaire no many ade obi de ni access obi de ni access grab to da na no so abaye polemic bi but abrochiri ha no ye nyina ye wa abrochiri obi eni ho a obi aka chense wakoto dan bi wa say wakoye we wa ha abrofi wo mo doubt because the income contract bi obesan bia no ni ade bia no ne tax ni ade it's well known, it's known to the public as they say in sika bia na you can say yes sika we ya sika nyina no nya no honestly sika bi eni wa efi echi bia should in case say omo doubt omo hwehwem na friend then you can say hwehwem na ebi ehu sɛ biribi wɔ mu a ɛnyɛ public nkwa na ɛbɛka ɛyɛ officials no tax offices no ne ade ɛna ɛbɛma ne nyinaa da adi na yɛn yɛ kurom no yɛni saa record no obiara ni hɔ a wɔfrɛ ndɛn ɔde ne records koraa to dwa sɛ adwuma wei no ampa menya contract say mfaso a menya any say na meyɛ enom ne adente it always bring some doubts na manfo ebegyina hɔ na friend then eno na ɛma corruption na ɛba so no because obi wɔ hɔ a aban owia ban sika koraa na ɔde akɔma ne nua so ogye na fa bue business bi there's the asɛm bi te sɛ wɔ friend then you gyina hen obiara hu within some short period of time ne call to cry divorce nneɛma a ɔyɛ no obi ehu nneɛma onyae no it is a friend out of normal, abnormal. But why na I did not quit in a court. I've carried on run no me prove quite obey. On the name or Chinebi say not buying crane who be a man. What funny a man no the ordinary name. So what my Mitchell. Anyway, ready me the better market. Name mamenfa masɛm a ehia ne titiri baako ɛmfa nto ɛmfa nka masɛm na ɔfrɛ no ɛnɛ mo bi so mmerɛ meyɛsi baabi ayɛ den ɛnna baabi ayɛ den ewiase baabi ayɛ den ewiase baabi ayɛ den nti me question bi bisa ne sɛ nti companies bie ne wiase ayɛ den companies bie ne hɔ a wɔn make profits. And now says your friend then baby I didn't know obia the whole world no obia boka. And now said then now should in case say should in case say you make say baby I banner to once say baby idea and I say some time ago no so no now baby ye na baby so ayɛ den ana sisi a baby ayɛ den no wiase nyinaa ayɛ den from an onset ana sɛ ebi bi abae na ebi ho tɔ wɔn na ebi so still a na ebi ho kyerɛ wɔn ana papa wotia question na mebisa no wotia ase deɛ.
Okay.
And I mean, because I say, and then we are see I didn't know, baby, I didn't you be a young baby or you be a book. Be a yashi, be a deca, be a young fast to be a we are see one. And now say, do baby a film one, we are seeing a film, because. Minim say your friend nipa bi ehia wɔn from time memorial so amafo nyina nim say ehia saa kuro wi ana afe na ehia start say eba na ehia na aba no ehia obia ana say still ana wɔn enya nkoso wɔn nya nkoso ana wiase na yɛ din ti no still Ghana no ebinom wɔ hɔ a wɔn yɛn nyinaa na yɛbu ada anaasɛ still na ebi ho tɔ wɔn sɛnea asɛ wɔn nte hwee koraa na kakra a mewɔ ka no bɛda.
Okay, all right then. Ɛda samoa yɛbɛda wase why yɛbɛda wase paa ɛda samoa ana mote ne nka no samre mame ma ɛgya mensa mbra na ɛgya mensa wi a na makɔ wɔfa body esunafe final west moment na ne ye kwa no nti eja bensa bama so
adwen kase
dem bom to say
we
good yo ene udi eni eti
me chiobia
bia jodo ai
na papa Sperry there we are pretending like ostriches problems na yo no yihu hwɛ nkran mara musua na mokɔ nkran only once pɛ na nsutɔe a ayi lagoon no overflow from 1982 ɔdze ba nkɔfo ill-gotten money onyan through the sale of 400 factories and gentleman no ɔka when you ill-gotten money, which is done by hand on government property, waterways one cran, which is a down waterways, fraud in no which you on crano. And yet, at the friend then I saw Nisika. No go to myself problems, so that we will only solve the problem by pulling down all those houses which have been built in waterways. Wa would done is be and shoot over bobu na sɛ wonyanko no wɔasi na wɔabrɔk yi no a ɔdɛ wɔkɔbu dan no ɔbubu dan no nyinaa ɔho sisi wɔ common property so no nyinaa ɔbubu dan no nyinaa aho na nkran yɛ ade sisi ɛnam nkran Kwame Nkrumah Avenue we used to have GNTC, PZ, GB Olivant, CFO, UTC, railway station, Ahonemanema, when you know what toilet as you walk cruising down. And Namohana toilet is the one, and John says, well, what do you do? Or John's or toilet to put him back, not the cot at the lagoon. Whose fault is it? Nina happened after 1982. Oh, bad no. They didn't have any ideas. Any ideas. Ideas, you know, Professor Benjamin and Dr. DeGraff Johnson, Dr. Your friend, then, a diamond sanom nazi, I don't know, Bumano, my hand, when you now put them behind the scene, they relegated them to the background. Now, sorry for my language. Take over. How can a country like Ghana, yen transportation system, buses, also today, then everywhere, Sherwood, at the Tata Brewery, yet on buses, you know, near you should at the Bogyae, transportation. How can they walk at the Brasta line? Your ships are off Yama, or the core, the Bogyae foreign exchange, my okay employment. Yaton Ton, Sierra was freed from Europe to Ghana. 40-feet container used to be about $3,000. Now it's about $15,000. See, I did Brasta line or one. Ghana Airways, what from Untia, what collapsed Ghana Airways. Railways were collapsing. Every takwa, Batakra, also Kwano, used to take about 1 hour. Now it takes about 4 hours. Kwani in I say, because heavy load in the bauxite, manganese, timber, and in our different Kwano do. Railways were to 2 boats in Wharton, 1981 to present. We used to have free access to hospital. Then to overhand over Kufonum, a cash and carry. And Hinani, I said, man, almost waterways now, or the government will pull out all those houses when you're ill-gotten money, no, done Star Hotel or property, no, why as was that was, you know, pulling that down. They reprint across city in Ibiam. On yet, I saw in Sika by Yazi. Maybe feel that Papa in a vision. They carry out national cathedral and national and yet individual and a kufuade their national. Apart from creating employment now, gentlemen, it's going to generate a lot of foreign exchange. And they are building this in transformation and as in conjunction with the transformation of the coastal line, Accra coastal line. Oye and Fofo, why landed beach in Jamestown. Tourist attraction, tourists of about generate a lot of foreign exchange for us. Be criticize, be criticize. We don't have any solution for anything. Now let me come to the transportation. Your friend then, petrol. Crude oil price, you know, is the same everywhere. International, you know. It's about $140 per barrel. Ghana, you know, about Ghana, not about Europe, are very fine. Now, refine the labor cost, minimum wage rate, an hour wage rate, London, it's about 9 pounds an hour. 8 hours, you know, it's 72 pounds a day. Now is factored into the price of the refining of the crude oil. No, it's one price that can. For a bottle expensive. Yeah, create a problem for UK and Amsterdam. It's just you refine petrol in Ghana. The daily wage rate is 12 cedis the whole day labor minimum wage is 12 cedis. The tank farms, what tank for the gum, no BDC food, no bayazi, all the prices out to so profit out to do. It's our own creation. I'm a cost of living now, sir. And tall now, I said tall no. So I said tall crop produce about 30% of our requirements, 70% what is new refinery based on build, operate, and transfer. Today the tenants by a mine. Now all this year, unnecessary agitation. Asa na Kufuor beba no na nam no ho no all Bank of Ghana no amanfo awini nyina according to Mahama wa awi nam ni nyina and what by there's nothing there to empower to run the economy we jaka 120 billion cedis at the interest rate of 25% every year bia 20 billion interest alone a service into the whole country, only 12% of population pay at the tax. The tax na a service loan na income. They pay statutory year scanasa. You have to go in for a loan to the problem no because factories ABCC what service industries, often then hospitality industry, hotels. Or may foreign exchange or create employment may adina atuntoning na brofu this can call dama whose fault is it? A Kufuor be only 4 years ago. This happened before he came. Into the extra no one or we go back. Now say your best charge one I suggest to this canon your money for the future generation. This is what we should be thinking about. Not cathedral. Once a cathedral, how much would it cost? The amount is infinitesimal. The amount is infinitesimal. You need to gold. You to gold. You need to a bauxite. You need to a manganese. Now it's in the hands of the foreigners. Then you come and bring a Kufuor.
All right.
Water phone, dim fantiful. River Pra, River Cobra, River Tano.
All right.
Papa, more person.
Nominal or the nominal call. I command in as this is any negu. It's a mafon for you man yet. The land is so fertile. What it's all, they are not because I said land, no quaver Kotayama, no power water Kotayama. Whose fault is this? A Kufuor okay, it's that problem. We didn't have this problem in 1982. Between 1982 up to the 2016, they should be they called up to account for their stewardship. How are the role play in damaging the economy? No. Ghana we watch the crowd outside the crowd about to turn
thank you. Now say Mama Isaac will a question back and then just a question, not a comment, just a question, and then if you can address the question, I'm fine. If not, they are called for body. So Isaac will a question.
Yeah, my question is say Omayari no move. What is the Kaba Kwaku see Diana? The second one is say Obo a Nema Yabeton Nema a Ghana Airways, a Brassa line, shape, no, and a Peda no, a band or yet the Madino. Maybe.
Okay, all right.
JJ runs in a NDC for no. On Norton Tonya Manina. Wara Ukromo, a Siama oil mills. Kokuchiyama, Dr. Kokuchiyama.
No, Messi, Nimana again, no question again. Messi, Nimana board, one abandon or yet the Madino. Ghana,
I offered the runnings in the PNDC government in Norton Tonina. The last
no, Messi, one and or your Makada, one and or you. Messi, abandon or
or yeah the mad no because into me modi no abodina
no yeah no abandon your previous government akwam nkroma no be yebi ade buzia be yebi achempo be yebi ade PMP fo be yebi obai no bi anton bibia bi anton bibia is only PNDC and NDC for no button trading from 1982
na
no
kuku
button trading railways no oye juma akra kumase akra takrade no oye juma o said the railways collapse near your friend and shipping takrade shipping one no what on ships no onye the NDC for government no buttoning akwatia the offend diamond the last one crowd turning here akwatia onye PNDC for no buttoning NDC for no buttoning na kufu adum ba won to ewie wakwaje in the back.
Okay, all right. And see the crack and say
The crack there we have to go back and deal with those people who are the properties are there. Why build the waterways or they putting it down? No,
okay.
we see what government properties. So we have to ask them to pay for it.
You, thank you very much for that one. No, Obusa question back. What is it? Oba yare Udu sika de beka bia obetim asa akọ en na kwa yare sa bia na beka kusi Diana.
Oba yare also time arrangement. Take immediate measures every day. Take immediate measures every day. Priority. Take immediate measures every day.
Incident.
The problems are there. That's why we have to solve the problem. The problems nowadays is to pull down all those houses. All those houses must be pulled down immediately.
Thank you very much.
Papa Sman, want to make you question? I know.
One year you be sending you pakra yadi. Do no one now as the back of Framano. On your one or say do no tema. Do no also. You know.
All right.
2015.
Yeah, better ask it. Why? Yeah, better ask it. Nah, sorry, so. And see, what I would do,
Papa Mitia.
Young Quay, what's it? Your final word.
You, Mamma Cacransa, and then the one Mamma Casso. May I say,
I'm poor, a Jania Kazaka.
But in every me, I mentioned my moon, Yak Senavi, you know. You can't have some Cassa. Me myself, baby, I may start here free no, and Nanka as a key said, beside caution Biafra. So buy a rainy say you are, auntie. When I'm free, in one market can Sam come. I mean, who say democracy and Quasiafu will be dim minus so yen I say, and no more yan interest and answer for good, good, Matthias. Intino, we are now on betting me answer question. Mamma, fine. Send me answer me can me answer my answer call. Dear me, yeah. Sometimes men tear see be brain say. Young funny say MPP a Mason, NDC a Mason. Anna me me want me dime a person is dine. Dina missing NDC befe also made the cement tank be see dino assassin. MPP so befe also I they say assassin with the same my jumo assassin so ache. It means made the cement 20. Iti omoka ya na nam so me fan say me de ama NDC. Oye duru ba bi no o hye me 1 year so de bewie me hu ye na chesade no onye ni 1 year na twam wontimi nye e na NPP san ba me chese ade se o hye no 1 year me kura dem the 6 months be ya ma saade we me the 6 months ene cement anwea na o kan no kura no because my adwuma ha ache minim se ne ye de anwea ye nti anwea no kura no mate so instead of 10 no me de anwea be 4 bars na be ye ubeji enam say oh ndc a start o hwe se ne wasi ato foundation yeah babo say oh da bi ono wase no me tutu foundation no kura ye no foforo kura na me de anwa 6 ne be ena abaka kire me ena me te wase se me ban so kura me to aso ba bi oduru de so at least wato me na me try de anka ma wie dada ena wo ba ena obeji odan no me de dan ma wan yi akoba na me beto na me ka se na asumasi 1 year dan kura na o mato bio 1 year ya be de man di se wantimi antoi wo de na twam wonya nto bro ba ko kura nto so ye be ka kire me se o first no wan fa mame na o de man di si na odi ka to sa 1 year no ndc asɛn nti no me ya ho hwe na se na se wo ba ye no hu se ebi a papa smale o ba beto ayi ana se ndc to blog hu na o te ho na uni ho untu kwan wote ho na online na wo se wa ya adwuma che na biama enti the moment a wo beba beka kire me se na wo de ma we na wo ye na no nti na ye sei na de no kra no na satam no na nsem bebre ada se ubu mi se me yegimi ni sa na me hu no ada se ubu mi se me yegimi ni ana se wo a wo ba be ye ayi no so yegimi fo enti no wa nwene ho se uduru ba bi a wo beka nsem hunu bi kire me a me to so ntasukoko eno na sesi a yete ho na ye ka saa asem ni nyina kosi se obi ba no abeka se o ya ri no mpani nyina ye nyina yete kuremu na ba omi aka kire se wa ye adwum Bank of Ghana onim sika wo manim na ado na o ye president ne se yete sika no so eso kom de eti me ba be ye Ghana kama o ma ye date bi kura twam des ni nyina twam na papa ni nim problem se wo Ghana nyina nim Ghana fo ye suban se na nado nim se Ghana fo ye akwadworo ye ko adwuma mu ne bompa ye ko adwuma mu a ye nhyeda anye even 8 hours na be kwakwaye ne onim nyina bato se obema Ghana na yi enti no ba bia nanka me na omo ya enti na Accra regional minister na na friend mayor no sometimes me na ne ye adwene no e wo de no ma bepre ho mintimi ne nya adwen wo no ma nyina ho because ye nya computer mintimi ne adwen wo no ma bepre obeye ho to say de na German saka se mu bubu dan ne ayi mu nyina na ho ne ne adwen wo wa ba wo ne de ayi na hyonsa enti kwan a obefa so abaye ne yi no me ni woni problem e na bubu dan but dan na bubu no ubu awie esa be complain problem foforo ana se ubu dan na wie ama Ghana be boka wo ho enkrofo no mo ma saade ne nyina ba ho no sen ekwan be na ado mbefa so eno so ye one thing but ububu dan na wa ye Ghana ni ya eno nti ne to abama but whereby say unim say circle eto nsuo to ho shiri eye ma uba no say ubaba be ye circle ye ubaba ye hokra ma ehwa ye say tourist center wa ye ho bibia na unim problem ni dida na uba nti uba wie na be ka say o na amanfo to wura aguma temana na ado ba be di o man so no no unim say o mo to wura agu odonim na so obaba be ye enti ida say no ono na dwen mu no me ya nam say me ba be ya minim say me ba wa beto nsu ayi agum bia no mechew anase mesili ba bia wontimi ntu nsu mum ansa mama sa promise say mama promise na say ma anya sa de no na say me wie na me sa be complaini e wo ha say wa ba program so na papa smale say ba akọ kasa ansa ba akọ kasa na wo ba bewura mu wie na wo ka kire say e na papa smale de ye kasa ma nyina nkasa sometimes no no say na aka bibi kakra e say nyina kasa bo wonim e na wo ba so on de mechiri good enti no mede ho AC no na German sa aka se oyi Cape Coast kwan o se mfa kwan atutu ene ayi egu ho nti ho ye twe diamond ayi mu fa ho kwan ni nyina tutu ye nye eno mu nyina se ekoye o kan ye na na wakuga fa so me de se wo hu sa tutu na nso anyansafo na ono omu se o maba no ehu se kwan na tutu a ye twe sika fa so ye twe timba fa so nipa nam so but omu bekọ kobubu dan atoagu akase ye si dan ama cathedral se nya se krono na mobo ena sika no mo hye da wia ena mo atete bia mankrofo bi a omu defend a eno de e be dia mame to me imagine e be dia mame pa because ɔman na yɛka sɛ wiase covid aba Russia for kono baabi a wo ba bɛka kyerɛ ɔmo sɛ covid aba Russia for kono nyinaa ɔmo yusu ɔmo adwen ɔmo nkurɔfoɔ nso yusu adwen ɛde pressure ɔmo no nyinaa no obia ne wiase ha ɔse covid era we wɔgya hospital hɔ na ɔkɔ akɔsi cathedral na even though cathedral no kora na ɔkɔ akɔsi no sɛnea ɛgya mansa ka sɛ dan bi mo kwan bi mo asɛsɛe na yɛ aban dada no wanyɛ kwan no mo asɛsɛe gu hɔ no nyinaa no ɔpɔn sɛ ɔkɔ akɔsi dan no nyinaa country bia ni hɔ a nipa di so a nipa mogya san gu ne mu odi nipa so a n'adwene yɛ adwuma ɔkɔ bubu dan a yɛahyɛ da si dan a yɛsi o 5 years dan 2 years dan yɛde sika si over millions of cedis ne yɛde ɛkɔsi dan na wɔkɔ bubu ne nyinaa gu ne yɛnya nkurɔfoɔ bi abɛgyina ka kyerɛ sɛ saa 600 million or 200 million cedis na yɛasɛ ne deɛ ɛnyɛ sika biara 200 million yɛtwa anwoma wɔyɛ me 51 million 200 million na yɛasɛ no ɛnyɛ sika biara ɛnyɛ sika biara o ɛnyɛ sika biara ntimi mmoa enti na ɛsɛ yɛgya no akyi kwan apart from saa 200 no kora ɔmo asɛ no dan a yɛbubu a yɛde sika si a yɛsan han dan ma saa nkurɔfoɔ no nyinaa wɔ hɔ country bɛn no wɔ wiase ha wɔdwene adwene wɔ ne tim a mpanyinfoɔ di so nipa di so a ɔmo bɛyɛ saa adeɛ wei no ɔsan kɔ sɛ ɔkɔ akɔpɛ bɔsia na yɛabɔ yɛn nsɛm ama papa sɛ wɔyɛ adeɛ because of sɛ meyɛ kristo ni nti ɔn sɛ sometimes sɛ woma woyɛ addicted to nneɛma bebree sɛ memfa sɛ christianity sɛ adeɛ bi a wɔ mu no woma wadwene nyinaa wura akoma wura mu na wɔyi so adwene atɛm bia wɔbɛyi so tɛm bia wɔbɛyɛ mistake me sometimes we be na me nua zeko problem no ye nyina e kristofo but sometimes ade no bi wo ha o wura ne emotions but wontimi wo ye ne sa pɛ wo be se wagya no ma ne bebre wa kyire me hu se nkrofo bi ba no ba be defend aban we asa no mo defend o mu se wo a wo criticize aban ne bia no wo tan Ghana enti no asɛm na obɛka na obɛka ne nyina obɛtwa bi abɔwa but wo ano nso ka bi kyerɛ ne pɛ ɔno de obɛkɔ akɔ report because ne nana na otumfo so man ya chichire ne sei na se ya nhwe ne ya tebia meka na me ne nua kwabran di agro ne ya hia ha ne ya preso si ye ne sei ya ebeduru ba bi no wo kwabran NDC beba ebi ya MPP no ntimi nkasa Ghana ya chew ne ya dwa wachi ne ya ye ode ya se NDC ni gina ho no so beka sa mo so mo ye bi da na me so me twam na we twam ba sa o man papa mu ne pese tren na nado di demonstration e bae obi aka so be demonstration na nado asoma data force se mo nkoto tuonku monkoto ayi ngunu so monkoye we nya nanado anka minim se oman a yetimu no ukoye demonstration na nanado nko atimi ka kire se start time we na pon we wa ukoye demonstration no enso mahama time mahama na NDC fo no mo so mo ya wudi fo no even nese ne nkrofo ye demonstration anajo tum enukra na dum so ewo ho light ni kronim but no mo na mu demonstration na ye Ghana kro na o obi anka hwe enkrofo mo so manko school mo nim law o mo nya hwe no san krofo no pene ma o mo koy ekoye but enkrofo mo from mo say o mo ye lawyers o mo takto o mo bibia Ghana ho de o mo ye champion ba do o mo ko abrochi o mo law school na nko ho o mo ntimi nkodi asem o Togo kura ni bim eti Ghana obi ama Ghana so pe na o de yekọ London because onim say ho de akwa we chief justice oni ho anim yabo ani ho onko je 5 million na omo wati
asemu
nsem bebre ti wo de ma me fa ma no si obi mra
o possible na de tofa na de atofa yes now
wo se nsem na akwabran ne agyaman sa betu gu park no so hiti me dodo na mo abonti na mtumrika ba fi pasa
any pressure do na wasem
Yama Isaac Imre na oya
yeah no
me battery asoko wa man kasa no anu no
o de kasa kasa na me do so aka ho
okay but that's Isaac o de me no de tiase ye adwuma kakra me kan say friend is say nana nana say as nana Melsa minim so ye MPP ni o but em say cathedral ne there office e de boost to tourism It could be. But yanko history mo kakra. Say President Mills time no. Obama no mo ne David Cameron no mo force no say ope didi I also accept LGBT for no tumu sa na ka de twi mo. Eno nti omo de pressure gu papa so sa no so no. Ono kra say e ba se bi o practice bi kra. Eno de onyi ni say obema kwa magana for yasom. Enti o refuse yi. Before no na omo ayese omo beba bebode omo beba Ghana abe biye conference bi oho LTBT. Enti ade a nkrofobia ye omo project say at all means o say yenya a base e Ghana. Na say ye mu akufo ado ni government ye mu. Minister bi ba act beka say if Ghanaians are not going to accept sa trumu no dia ene omu hu se edide etuotwa enu nti le kofa yi levi bae so na unim se sa nkrofo we omu hu akometi se okay once yes e beyo de ebeyo nti Ghana for ye hu se mo de mo pastori nti ebesi asori da ma mo ebesi asori da ma ye ni a enye Ghana for na sebi yekobusa omo besia anase yetiti omo taxes se chinchina o se isi asore no afi de akodro ni se ye ba besia asore no omo a drop plan no ye nkrofo bi omo nenim ekwan a omo besoso a omo besie na ene omo tumi ba ho ba conferences enti e bia na tourism e ba no de bia tumufo ya na e ba no omo de enkola ye de nsimpo abedada omo eme nkola a omo to problem bi eni ho yakofa problem abeso ankola yi sadie no nso eye suban se ye kire wo a nyame apata na wo de be ye wabrabo enti me de enye force se omo pese omo si asori da no enye kwa bibi wo kire enti me de yana fo ya traditional no ye ni nyi tumutumu ho omo pese omo force omo ho di tumutumu bagana eti me de ye mo ban se de be ya sa ino asori da do ko ebe bubu agua ye mo bubu me ye nye sa project bia na abese ye nkwara me kakra me kanu no me
Yo, Kwame, yati. Isaac, any uncle? Why?
Yeah, medasi so wa mame akonya biom waka kwame enko na next guy also was a wontie na because me kan wa fidie so say cathedral no enye Christian for cathedral and enye asori yensi ma asori nti no wa obeka sa bia no na wonim de oka because Christians for bebre a condemn sa cathedral no Christian for bebre a condemn sa cathedral no na say ade ye papa no ade nti na Christopher bi no ebe condemn no obi esuafo na obeka tell Jesus Christ say yet say obi nso de wodin edutu honhomoni ade na Yesu ka che no wo se sa nipa no otutu honhomoni no a obo yakopon di atu na che say sa nipa no eka ye ho eka ye ho ye Christopher no onu Jesus no sa nipa no eka no ho na katida wo si a Christopher ebinum mpe ebinum mo pe no yenim de bi o mo stand wo inte no say mo ba mama mo attack it because me no I will defend the Bible all the time because oka say Christopher yesi am Christopher enya no kre because Christo ni asori bia ni ewiase a say nya business o omode ya ye de ekwaji sika asori dem bia ni wiase a ye ewuram ekwaji sika ana you wuram o se otu ase no wako yenim say museum se na wuram a yaji sika e de era ne museum no into no nyemani bi wo ho a mo kan ne ye no na common sense for mo ba ma san mo kan biara and two
Mami educate ejemensa. Na adia ye nyankopon me dan nyankopon ase ne sebe all mami ancestry enfi nipa ho. And the two, wamama to kwan. Many a bie, who America, many a bie. State in a dorsal. What drive ya near my baby, near my cassiaca say. And at 3, Miss School no one question ya, but me to making kind. Me to me every day, or because some to me acquire research moon said, the Nipanica and no crack. Intina me baha. I send to her, oops, I'm so yam trabia, me bad the friend the make mamma answer. Intino. Sa olden days mpanyinfoɔ a ɔmo Ghana na wo Ghana wo yakora wo kasebe so transe wo ade na wonim ɛna wonni sika ohia ni so sɔre ase transe wo ade na wo ɛna wo sɔre nso a o transe na wo ade school na ɛkɔ no saa time no yɛtwa mu dadaada nti no sɛ wo yɛ panyin bi na wo bɛ show yi so na wo bɛ di ntro ha yɛbɛka kyerɛ wo sɛ deɛ ɔka no ɛnyɛ no korɛ. Because yeah, entertaining painful you. Yeah, entertaining painful you. Yeah, entertaining painful. They say, "Bia, what do I know? Back call did the pain in Biatem no?" And but say pain be back. Some say, "Wa back some near catch and say the old canoe who can't try a back catch and then the air for who cry because no crow on a back home." Mensa, what say ba PNDC? Oh, now who name the difference between PNDC and NDC? O problem kese ba ko no because democracy no NDC eba 92 PNDC military regime na mo de ba ye NDC for be UP for and that time in no MPP mai until me you show MPP UP for be ewo mu UP for be ewo mu until no say o ka PNDC en fa en kan NDC ho because the PNDC time no and no more tonton nima aban bia bae no obeton bi MPP for the end no more aban mu mpo no omo beton ye wo bae no last week no me bisa o common thing want me answer me bisa say Kufuado e dey factory and na why want me answer wo de na na yet to man mu ha obi abo bosia wo say NDC for abo bosia America could do 120 billion. A Kufuado abo bosia almost ye can you know 400 billion. You want the me because I didn't know the size guy and want to be a yano. Moba na I didn't know who I can for hono I can for pay for you hono because so a moba cool about Ghana inano I can for more UP muno me can ye. I can form more UP muno. Omo hu bone apart from omo bone de no. Omo hu bone bio. Say obi bone de ne omo bone de ne enye. Omo obi bone no mo hu. Omo hu ono ne bone a waye. Ghana baby na ye nam no. Baby na ye nam no. Bisa oho Mr. me educate you and awie. Cause ye ni abofo etra over 500 years. Awo Ghana 500 years. Bisa won say ade na broni etumi ye until say kuma bae no. Ade na broni tumi ye because broni no O2 bauxite or they call London. O2 gold or they call London. Bisa won say mining ben and a UK. Omu 2 gold wo ho. Na so no omu gold omu wo ho nyina no. Niam omu wo no wo ho nyina omu be wie fi Africa for ho. Until say nkoma bae nkoma na be bie ye ni. Am ye wu say sa to me eye harbor. Harbor, Dradok. Dradok was the only Dradok I know what apart from Egypt and Ghana. And then one of the country in the 60s. Only 3 countries now and now more Dradok. Dradok no and that shape bar or harbor no or Dradok count the shape bar. Na shape no bibi say wa ho na ye de akọ Dradok. No more na eye fekeke. Papa no nanya bia too much. Na men to aba ma obia Wakwa London, Watra London, what's your idea on London? So be President Uganda better about man. Because Omono Omunim Shay, Mana make a throw. Because he a bad development, Omunim, but in Kuma Ba Americano, Nimaka see obey ye, what Oba American could the president better about man. Canada Japan so could say, me no me near MPP. but the ban is to a man because we better America wouldn't dear yet. Yet to all Emma Nima Nkuma ye no who for no most sponsor a money a CIA for a year back on. Two Nkuma banku or Nima now Kuma Yana Kasaka other countries or Mujolosu Ghana. Omo jolosu Ghana. And then Nigeria for a two or more about Ghana. Nigeria for Baye, Africa for Ghana, Cameroon for Ghana. All the African countries Obia Ghana. I didn't what is that? Because I feel na papa no work and nema kese all ye no. Unko for yi two aban eguye. A fifanum and mo you before no amota taichire mo two abanu guye no. Adia the papa na mo de my Ghana. Mo ka Lawrence. Nyami sha Lawrence. Nyami o sha Lawrence pa because the nya Lawrence ankasa awudisem no ankada so ho. Once na ebe ka mu na ema mu na mu dwane ye. Adeta once ta mantra ho. Because
all right.
Manusi na ma charge we no aka say me nya the first time no me first you know. Into no so mo ba ha ma mo ka say ye bumu say mo ye mpinfo a ye ne mo wo show no so. Na mo asem bia mo be kan anya no kre no ye ne mo be si ani because ye nyina no sesia no ye nye nkofo bia ye nim akenkan ana ye nye nkofo bia ye nim ye wa America wo UK me wa America ye na ye ne abie ye nim de akwaso ye kenkan ye na medema no mfama no si o de mfama no si na etena ho mbefa ya sika no mdase.
Thank you very much. Yanko for chum ho no na for chum sumra chum.
Yes sir.
And also yanko your final word.
My final word, I so believe, sir. I think some of our brothers, reference to the cathedral, one more, the position of my taking on. Maybe, and yet, me no more, and I pray, sir, going forward, one basis of my drink, because there were, and near my papa PSS here, cathedral, and can't governance, governance and can't. Your hospital, Kolebu, down in Kyoto, Kolebu Hospital, endoscopy department, you go home. I teaching hospital, as I say, you see, and I buy a yisika, free. Your taxpayers can be fixed as I mean, ye de quacko, yet cathedral. Now, why you roads and yet, say, I won't see a baby at can ye any baby? Yeah, Mundim, the American. And so, since trying, all of a sudden, cathedral now be priorities for pride top most. Well, I don't agree. The American, I seriously pray, Pastor. You see, we that ensure to Accra 2 hours and a year. Not just that, all of us cannot access the cathedral. No, now I have white telephone. This you walk. No ensure 55 bankrupt for them. Any do we have any conscience? Do we seriously have any conscience? When someone said, Yankupona, woman see I saw that the man who feels away happy. Why don't we seek the welfare of the citizens first? Cathedral, Makanda say the history behind all cathedrals in the world, check, and it's available in Google. Click on Google. There be a 72 years, it be a 56, it be a 32 years. A brofonico almost can woman science woman for 4 5. A Kufano want to deliver the building by 2024. That is my problem. We'll speed it down for BBI, Masavu BBI road, hospital near the BBI Cathedral. Not just an will be free officer. To me, that is very wicked, that is very insensitive, and that's so bad. Abrotia Krobian one, you see cathedral, you the speed 4 5 years, we see a check. I challenge all of you. Click on Google. The history of cathedrals, it will tell you the dates. It be a 75 years, 56 years, 32 years, 27 years. And you see, so you have one government, one president. And you have Nasser India, you're spreading over so many years. America, one will see Nasser Cathedral, and what DC, not American government, One more Timia railway line from East Coast, and I'm talking about New York State, all across the Appalachian Mountains, Rocky Mountains, throughout from East Coast to West Coast to Los Angeles, California. Railways through the mountains, through the Amazons. Coach highways. Would be track coaching from New York, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts. Now to Boston, now across so many states. Over 8 hours now call West Coast, call California. And none of their priority. And some ABC Cathedral or DCO. It's your own day take here. And then you a proper railway. Accra to Kumasi, second near a 6-lane, 3 back, Accra Kumasi. And no proper infrastructure. So the America for what my infrastructure, railways, coach. Muamuti America, you know it. Yani United Kingdom, we know it. Maybe Kahun. What in London, we make your farm motorways all the way to Scotland, through Birmingham, M1, through Birmingham, Manchester, all the way. Now they call North. I would prefer train. And San Embassy St. Paul Cathedral. Oko France, baby. They took so many years. Why Ghana did the kuku? Me obia me in casa me see. Me see the speed, 4 or 5 years, it is bad, it is insensitive, it is criminal. That is my position. I brought here for one drink. It took them so many years. Why Ghana party a kufa the 4 or 5 years? Why? This is my challenge to one more defend the cathedral. This is my challenge.
All right, thank you very much. And young Kwai. Like you said, say, come in, you heard ya. Come on, what do you got? You, Mama, Nanasi Camre, Nanasika, we are not just a Mwaba. Nanasika,
Papa,
I also found out where the uncle.
Papa, I'm more vaccine and coupon a chiska. And no sale on the normal pie. Yeah, coupon to the come on.
Me bow, and what prompted to be away by no way about it.
Kasa na isa kwashina no.
What I tell you, and I mean, Eddie's can be bent with the view.
Oh, Yankupon a chiska. Yankupon chiska biao. Ye came here for me here for pa or Ghana, a peaceful. Yamia, oh, sad, you know what? I just saw show commands, I just saw come. And no crying 100% sort, but my thing, I'm in the chiska. I'm a chiska or hiva. Master, 1 year you might drink once for them, let's face the reality. 1 year you might come back and coupon test cover beer. Nina stories. Papa, me come and no. Papa, National Cathedral, because Ghana, the nation Ghana, is a secular state. Since you see cathedral, not sabbat, nananum, bow up, some so be your mamma, no man, yeah, but on me prana. To move for aha, it is a mom plan there. And it's Isaac Bidget, I catch say, it's not for Christians. Massa, that is a stop saying that thing. Say it's not for Christians. The fact that some Christians are against the view, say, all music cathedral, and doesn't mean it doesn't belong to Christians. They don't come and tell us, remember, 2 foot it's not meant for Christians. It's meant for who? Is it meant for Muslims? And I say Hindu.
Yes. Nice now. Obi to me,
it's not like that. It's not like that. I want it. It's not like that. It's not national. It's not national. That's what. Ghana is a secular state. That's what. That's what. Say to move for Baha. Move. And I'm be good. I'm Muslims about Baha. Muslims about Baha. The God of Israel.
So far because
it's never it's not like that.
A tourist place and yeah,
it's not tourist. It's meant for Christians. It's for Christians.
Oh,
now
Papa,
I'm sad to say people are choosing cathedral over hospitals, over good roads, over good healthcare, over school, over children. I'm very sad. at this 21st century, maybe we are saying now we have people, knowledgeable, educated people, academicians sitting there, those who live in Europe and America, choosing cathedral over all these important, I'm mentioning. It's very, very sad. Papa, I'm still stressing, sir. The cathedral is not important. We don't need cathedrals. We need schools. We need good
Okay.
education. We need hospitals. Papa,
Okay.
that's it.
All right. Thank you very much, Anasika. Becky, young quiet. Becky said,
Papa, men kasanche. I'm say I be before any pebi any minute. Papa, he o konkren krumu ahu. Hospital akese e wo no. E ko be for your rage, your kolibu, your then na se kwa de mahamasi wo yi na na kwa second phase we. Wo de no ka ho a. Wo de polyclinics e gu ho nyina. Obama ha hospital ha emi nu pe. Eni pe wa ha o ne nkran o ye pe. NDC for any pebi e de papa ben e de abaga na o man kasentia. National Health Insurance, sorry, if Parliament coy. A dear papa near dear bagana see a yamwa or my support to that. A job the exercise and no behavior. The obey so be piano and one obey. Said any affair there, catch a job with uncle pay a fairness, a pressure do. Next I said no chrome painting. I think they have man pressure. Pressure power position now position as I'm pressure. Seniama you ko demonstration ko to bo police for ne ye to tear gas asa dey ni akoto police no onye nipa papa me da ase
yo, I just someone.
Yeah, Papa.
Obeka Bibia.
And it will bobo hospitals here, you see now. In a friend, and Yabobo will be seen and commission one yes, yes, and I will be listening to video to make a once. Well, maybe me kakra me what can I say? Yeah, BB, yeah, come for. Yeah, come for. Yeah, BB. It seems a tradition say we are people filled with some sort of some foolish pride beer. Dishonesty and hypocrisy is our pride. Yeah, BB, because say we are proud of such behavior. That we are giving such behavior, no, and that's such qualities be ness, no, or friend in some tolerance be am I feel proud? I say you cannot correct, and me who say people are proud of that. Woman inside they know more ye crana. There was some sentiments be out to say a way more piety French yeah. Your pride be yes anya. Yeah, be nyame workan no medas.
All right. Thank you very much. I just someone and so baby or the fire no. I don't know. Say Sam Radio Obia Akabi. Obia Akabi. Obia Akabi. Enti yenda Obibia say for being part of today's show. Very, very interesting. Ade ba ko wo see nyina yehu and say said tie bia no asem biara ebeba no ye nyina obia ebenya said ye obesi ehu no said ye baby a obegina obefa ayede be aka ne de obia de enko obia de enko obi wo hono you can't tell for sure as to say a year conscious choice entina ojina baby a ojina ede ehu eka ne saa na se bia bia nim no wonim ignorance and bia man de ka whatever or the eka no mana ni nyina ye de wom ene se wo dwen se bia ojina na wo kan or strong point. If it's strong enough, it should be able to pull others to where you are. If it is convincing enough to, it should be able to convince others to also join you in from the angle. I also hear the way. Wasem no free. Say in the see we are we figure out most effective ways to send our messages across. So we want people to understand us. We want people to feel things from the angle that we feel, from the perspective that we see things. That is what we want people to be able to do. And in fact, you can only do that with drinkers here. And he said, Anna consciously we decided say I will be viewing things or I'll see things from this angle. With drinkers here, you'll be able to call forth greater wisdom in that person, so that instead of them consciously choosing to see things in ways that do not promote our dear nation, they will consciously now choose to see things in ways that promote our dear nation, Ghana. And then yabon komo. Na me very certain say also owajen kesi na yapon dwumedie no wa obetena fie na eja kakra wote ye no nso wadwendwe ho kakra nyame yadma ochina yebeba na yabeto ankomo no so yenim se ochina ye questions and answers. Indeed, and questions in the baby by along the way. I had the questions in the doors of answers and so dear. Me sure say and sabe debe ever candidate TBA. Indeed, Nami had much but question bra. Me sure say the wonderful members a bedroom so ever one Adriano. They will be able to help you very well with an answer. Indeed, FNCA. Na nkopin subi no median yansano yansano and one papa smile and I say nkomo bibia for being part of today's show until we come again tomorrow. Bye bye.
Oh, Papa Smile.
Oh, Papa Smile.
Yankofa wo mo Morocco no. Bo mo de ne mo pa mo mo wai.
Okay. Omo no say na ewu.
Ejabu edin mu kuom Spain for ejabu edin mu kuom
Spain for ura nye Spain for Morocco for
na eku omo
Morocco for Spain for yet demonstration African country bia president bia ma out men ye bia submission bia enti yes here wo African unity yes here wo we and ahwe they can say, yeah, isolate Morocco for yentumi nya hwe kra yenye diplomatic missions in free Morocco. That's all. That fe yentre yankwala ewiase woni tua woni ahoden. Yenko sua a friend is saying as North Korea for woni hwe kra ne hu say who massa obi afane kwasa ba.
Na wafa kwame
They was so
na mwanka se one makiseri mwanka se Ghana yede na nkofo fi Ghana ekọ Morocco ekọ
Ada go bana ye ko me so me Ghana for
Ghana for
they
Ghana nye de ntina to fi Ghana ba US na ana tama by Mahama na nipa ntu en fi Ghana me mama ya mo pesa mo yan say when is of a chum
ada ntina
of a chum until London wa kwatena Ghana ada na Ghana dia of a chum until London wa kwatena Ghana
me say Ghana ya de mo pesa mo benom adura enwe no ya de ma wa de ma won pesa o
ada ntina bibia mo pesa mo Ghana na ada Ghana nipa wu wa nipa ni di wa Ghana
Mahama tesoro na Mahama de ya de no fi so na ba
Mahama fire ho ne Mahama beye Mahama ba ne bia wo enjoy a ene ma akufo ado obi so enjoy enti ne fire ho ne Mahama beye Mahama pekro go so di go
ya fezia otuna ya ba beto aso why
Exclusive with NigerExtra.com.
Another hits jam from whiteloaded.com.
And so